and go from there.
Which is what Shelton tells me to do when we arrive here. Just get out of the way.
Get out of the way. I think
Right.
there's a song that way.
I think so.
I mean, it's every traffic reporter uses it. Just get out of the way.
All I'm doing is doing what I'm told.
So
I expect to sit down, and I expect that the equipment is ready to go and working.
You would expect.
You would expect
You
that.
would think.
If somebody tells you, get out of the way, I got this, I'm okay. I trust you to take care of it.
But if they don't have it, do you call them back just to plug in something simple?
Because, look, if I did it, he'd feel bad that, he didn't do it. I had to do it. It probably wouldn't sleep tonight. I mean, all of that stuff.
He sleeps like a baby regardless every night. I mean, he's trying to talk with us now and can't even apparently plug in his own microphone. I mean, our engineer.
My microphone is plugged in. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I'm glad you finally got your microphone plugged in. You've all been over there trying to defend yourself for 3 minutes before you realized your microphone wasn't on.
In. I lit up the wrong channel.
Of course.
Engineer Greg Shelton, ladies and
Engineer of the year. Good job, Greg.
Wow.
And you get to a point he actually you have managed to get him to do that a handful of times.
That's it was
in recent weeks. But kind of like the writers, like, is it Fallon or Kimmel? One of the Jimmys is getting roasted right now by his staff because he's all in support of them and their strike, but apparently didn't even bother to go to the meeting when they were told that they're not allowed to come to work anymore. This is a bigger deal for those of us. We are coming into the time of year where, like, I don't watch late night television, those the late night shows, so that's not a big deal, but they're going to go to reruns with this writer's strike.
Right.
But this is the time of year where, once the NBA and NHL playoffs are done, you kind of catch up on shows or you start watching things. I mean, until we get to football season, this is when your wife takes over the remote and you have to watch certain shows. You just better hope they have plenty of shows already done because this writer strike could take Hollywood out of business for depending on how long the strike lasts, several weeks, but production is going to be way behind.
Well, it's going to be way. Look, I don't know. I mean, is it going to affect me? It doesn't. And why would Jimmy Kimmel or Fallon, why would they be upset with him? Because he didn't go to a meeting. Is he supposed to go to the meeting?
I mean, it was a staff meeting, and he's publicly saying how much he supports them, yet they're all about to lose their job. Some of them aren't going to be able to make their rent, yet he still gets paid.
Well,
and that's part of it, but is he going to be on the picket lines with those guys? What is he going to do? And, and people on his staff are
they want Kimmel or Fallon on the picket line?
Sure. I mean, clearly, if the engineer went on strike, I don't know that you would be there. You won't even plug in your own microphone.
Well, exactly. It would be off the air, and then people would just have to listen to you for 4 hours.
Yeah, they're used to that.
They're used
to that. That's part of it. And you think about the script writers. For everybody that thinks the NFL is a script, as James Pledger, our resident non-writer, says, the script writers better get it figured out before the NFL season.
No, they've got until about, Game 7, Game 8 to figure out the scripts. That's when
Game 8, huh?
That's when the drama takes place.
Yeah.
Because they want to figure out who's got to get to the playoffs and what's better for ratings and all of that kind of good stuff. So they've got a little time to get this thing figured out. And look, they're going to get it figured out. How can they not? I mean, nobody wants to lose any money, and then that's what they're going to have to do. But streaming is it's hurting these folks, right? And not having movies in the theater as much anymore and all of that kind of stuff, and they're just not being made. So hopefully we get back to normal, and I mean real normal, before too much longer.
We're getting closer, although with the AI script writing, who knows? Who knows?
Robots writing stuff.
They're funny.
Are they?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
It's
kind of weird, though, right? I mean, you went to the movies recently, right? Saw a pretty good movie.
Yeah, I went and saw Air, that Michael Jordan movie.
Well, I wanted to watch the new Scream movie.
There's a new Scream movie?
There's a new Scream movie that just came out. And I kind of like scary movies like that and gory stuff, but you don't have to go to the movie to watch it. You just, pop it up there on Paramount, and there it is.
Are you? Because there was something that Joanna wanted to watch. My wife, the 80 for Brady, right?
Seen that, yeah.
You saw that?
I did.
Wow.
I fell asleep.
I was gonna say,
I really did. Well,
in the theater or at the house?
At the house.
See, and it's like $20 if you want to watch it at the house.
Well,
and it was weird because Joanna's like, well, I'm not paying that. All right, cool. So
that's
saves
what
me
you
$20.
would pay at the movie.
Well, that's it. But at the movie theater, you get movie theater popcorn. You get
another $20.
You get to overpay for your popcorn, and you get to overpay for your drinks. But you get the you get the actual movie experience. I mean, like the surround sound is worth it, and like Air. I say go watch that at the theater. I think that might be a better theater experience. Top Gun, better theater experience. Other movies, just wait till you can watch it at the house.
Look, going to the movies was a big deal for people.
Sure.
You want to get, it was a whole thing, right? If date night or taking the family to the movie or whatever. And now it's just, hey, we'll just sit on the couch. People got lazy. Let's get out. Let's go to the movies, get some pop. If you haven't been to the movies lately, it's a pretty good deal. When we went, I can't even remember the last movie we saw. Oh, I know. It was John Wick 4, right? We went to the movie theater. Well, they got the recliners and the wait staff, and, you can actually drink in there. And it's also the only problem with that is I miss half the movie running back and forth to the bathroom.
You can't pause it.
No, you can't.
And I think they work that in with the senior ticket prices. They realize you're going to be in the bathroom at least 3 times over that 2 hours, so they can't charge you. They can't charge you.
I wish it was
full
only
price.
3.
God, you're pathetic.
Well, but
dude, your bladder is so pathetic.
When you start drinking beer, you go pee. It's what happens, or wine, or whatever it is.
Well, I mean, or whatever. But I mean, you can't drink half a beer without having to go pee.
That's true.
That's the sad part.
Well, it is what it is.
Pathetic.
Father Time is undefeated.
You're so bad, Ryan Eagle. You can always be a part of the show on the Kia Bosses Smoke Meats phone lines. You can call or text 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776 on Twitter, at Joe Ryan Eagle 210. You can tweet at me at Jason Minix, or if you're watching on YouTube Live, you can always comment there. One game in the NBA tonight. You had 2 great ones last night. We'll dive into those as we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. If you're thinking about how to secure the value of your assets, grow your wealth, you need to think gold. NobleGoldInvestments.com is the website you need to go to. You think about the latest bank failures, all the economic news that's going on right now, devaluing the dollar. Gold is a safe investment to secure your wealth. And if you're not sure what to do, not a problem. Go to NobleGoldInvestments.com. He'll walk you through everything you need to know. They'll email you their gold and silver investors guide. Don't wish you did this down the road. Go to the website today, NobleGoldInvestments.com. You think about the price of gold in 1970 up until today, it will blow you away, the long-term trends of gold. Again, NobleGoldInvestments.com. Use promo code STAR for a free 5-ounce America the Beautiful coin that they're offering people that qualify. NobleGoldInvestments.com. Mark it down to do today. NobleGoldInvestments.com.
It's R&R in the morning. Tomorrow at 6.
On R&R in the morning. Who won between the Boston Celtics and the 76ers? And we get you ready for game 2, Warriors-Lakers.
We'll talk MVP of the NBA, not just regular season. Embiid holds one. Who might get the other? Party starts at 6.
R&R in the morning. Tomorrow at 6 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
My friend and I are taking a trip to Mexico this year, but neither of us speak Spanish. So we downloaded Babbel and started learning Spanish fast.
Want to start getting conversational in another language? In as little as 3 weeks, Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons were designed by language experts to be the most efficient and effective way to learn a new language.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Finding great people to hire can be like trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Their powerful matching technology delivers so many qualified candidates. It's like finding a needle in a needle stack. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. For less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Garage clutter got you down? Garageization will help improve that mood. Cabinets, shelving, workbenches, overhead racks, slat wall. They even do floors. Oh my! GarageOrganizationSanAntonio.com for more info. GarageOrganizationSanAntonio.com.
When you're drinking a frozen beverage from McDonald's, your brain may not like how refreshingly cold it is, but the rest of your body, oh yes, it's gonna relish every moment of it, because there are drinks. Then there are drinks from McDonald's.
There's no better way to cool down than with this cool deal. Get a medium frozen Coke, frozen Dr. Pepper, or frozen Fanta for just $1.79. Prices at participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar is San Antonio's home for all things sports, drinks, and games. Slackers Medical Center now brings you Throwback Night. Every Friday night, visit Slackers Medical Center for old school jams and giveaways starting at 9 p.m. Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar, 5 area locations: North Star, Nacogdoches, Medical Center, St. Mary's, and days a week happy hour, sports on all HD screens, and plenty of arcade games. Slackers, San Antonio's home for all things sports, drinks, and games.
If you own a small business, you know the value of time. GetRefunds.com does too. That's why they've made it easy, no matter how busy you are, to apply for the Employee Retention Credit, or ERC. Go to GetRefunds.com to get started, and in less than 8 minutes, see if your business qualifies for ERC assistance. Your business may be eligible for a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee kept on payroll during COVID-19. GetRefunds.com has already helped clients claim over $3 billion in payroll tax refunds through the ERC, and they may be able to help your business too. There's no upfront charge either. They don't get paid until your business gets its refund. Many businesses believe they won't qualify based on incomplete or outdated information, so don't let this opportunity pass you by, because this payroll tax refund is only available for a limited time. Go to GetRefunds.com. That's GetRefunds.com.
For over 17 years, the award-winning legal team at George Salinas Injury Lawyers has been representing personal injury victims all across Texas. Have you been injured in an accident? George Salinas is ready to represent you with free consultations, 24/7 availability, and no attorney fees unless we win. George Salinas Injury Lawyers will help you get the results you need so you can focus on recovery. If you've been injured, one call could change your entire case. Call George Salinas Injury Lawyers, 210-225-0909, or visit georgesalinas.com.
George gets justice.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Tomorrow on R&R in the morning, the playoffs continue. Who is the MVP of the playoffs so far? We'll talk about that. Of course, the NFL continues to gather talent. Now back to the Blitz live from Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar. Say hello to some boxers for me, guys.
We will certainly do that. We are live out at Slackers, the North Star location on Rector behind North Star Mall. A Viva La Brawl opportunity for you to win some tickets and meet some fighters that are on the way here at Slackers. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix. The Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. Last night, I know most of you were on basketball all night, and for good reason. I was back and forth. The hockey last night was tremendous.
I think there were 3 of you watching hockey last night, weren't there?
Me, Pledge, and I don't know.
Pledge
was going back and forth. I've got Pledge hooked on hockey.
Pledge is a hockey guy?
Yeah. Well, no, but Pledge understands great athletic events, and he's got a major fear of FOMO. So he was watching hockey last night, and for good reason.
Well, I hear it was a great game between the Kraken and the Stars.
I don't know even if it was a great game. I mean, Seattle scored 3 goals in less than a minute, 11 seconds apart. That never happens. Dallas was dominating, but the Kraken had a weird 60 seconds. And then Pavelski, who's missed 18 days in concussion protocol, his first game back, that dude scored 4 goals. One guy, 4 goals, and you lose in overtime. But I'm wearing out the remote going back and forth because the basketball last night was incredible. When you look at what you saw last night in the NBA, obviously Miami without Jimmy Butler, they end up losing to New York, but they gave the Knicks all kinds of fits. If I am a New York Knicks fan, which I am not comfortable going to Miami 1-1 knowing that they probably get Jimmy Butler back.
Yeah, I'm not comfortable either because really they should have lost that game. Watching that one, and New York finally stepped up and did what they had to do at the end. But, man, really Miami kind of dominated that game for most of it. And if they would have had Jimmy Butler, you got to figure they win that game, and they're up 2-0. So if I'm with you, I think if the Knicks are in trouble. We'll see. Or maybe that woke them up. We all, everybody overreacts, and I know that's what we do. To a win or a loss in a playoff series. Like I heard Michael Jimenez basically pronouncing the Golden State Warriors dead today after losing to the Lakers,
which is ironic considering it claims to have a pulse on San Antonio.
Well,
but I digress.
I just hope he has a pulse. Period.
Not on San Antonio, but I mean, you think about what you saw last night, and Lakers-Warriors game 1 lived up to the hype. And I know Anthony Davis, and I'm not a fan per se, but when that guy is playing like he did last night, the Lakers are a completely different team. And Anthony Davis last night, what he finished with 30 points and 23 rebounds.
Yeah, that's incredible.
He was dominant. And even Charles Barkley said last night on TNT, if AD plays like that every game, he doesn't know what Golden State can do to stop him.
Nothing they can do about it. Looney is too slow of foot. Draymond's too little. I said before the game, I said at halftime, it's going to come down, can Golden State make enough threes to offset it? Listen, Looney is a good player, but he got no foot speed trying to guard AD, and Draymond's too little. He's going to get, if he's motivated, he going to get this every game if he's motivated. Because, he ain't going to shrink. Looney's not going to get faster in 2 days. Draymond's not going to grow. So it's going to come down to, can they make enough threes?
And that's the question. Can they make enough threes? Golden State.
He was still going.
Yeah, well, I mean, he is. Golden State, they attempted 53 three-point attempts last night. 53. They made 21. They didn't get to the free throw line, which isn't abnormal for them, but they were 5 of 6 from the free throw line. The Lakers 25 of 29. And while there is a huge disparity there, that's not a surprising stat when you consider the style of play both of those teams play.
Yeah, but here's the deal. And I'm watching this game going, why is Golden State trying to play a half-court game with the Los Angeles Lakers? That's not who they are. Yeah, they just came off a series with Sacramento where they're running up and down the floor. That's what they have to do. And Golden State can run the Lakers out of the building if they will run and pick up the pace. And they didn't do it last night. All they did was rely on the three-point shot. And look, I know Golden State's a good three-point shooting team, but you got to get inside. You got to get some fouls. And Steph Curry was doing that in his fabulous performance, the 50-point performance against Sacramento the other night. He was getting inside. He wasn't just outside. He's got to do that again. And for some reason, Golden State just thought they could throw up threes and they would go in and they'd win it that way. They've got to pick up the pace against the Lakers. And I tell you what, Charles Barkley said something in that soundbite very interesting. If Anthony Davis is motivated.
Yep.
And that is a problem. If you have to say that as an analyst like Charles Barkley, that if he's motivated, well, why wouldn't he be motivated?
You know,
that's a problem.
It is. And again, and I don't know. I don't know when you're talking about Anthony Davis, is it lack of motivation or whatever it is, but the knock on Anthony Davis, and I said this the other day, when he is playing at that level, the Lakers are damn near unbeatable. I mean, they are so good. Problem is he's not consistent. So I don't know if it's a matter of motivation, as Charles Barkley alluded to, or if there's just something in his mind where it's almost like a golfer. If you have a bad tee shot on hole one, does that one bad shot turn into 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, 6 holes of bad golf? And if he doesn't start well, he ends up having a crappy game. When he starts well, he's able to get on a roll and stay. But his game is inconsistent. It is wildly inconsistent. But if AD is playing like that, I mean, the Lakers are that good. It makes me want to throw up in my mouth just saying that. But he is. And then you look at Golden State, they were getting handled. Yet they go on that run late. They get that game tied, thankfully, during intermission of the Kraken-Seattle game. So I was able to stay with that basketball to that point. And then Jordan Poole thinks he's Steph Curry. I know Steve Kerr after the game said the right things, like he's okay with that shot. And I don't mind Jordan Poole taking a shot at the end. But that shot, he didn't have to at that point. There was plenty of time. I know Steph was trapped, get rid of the ball. Jordan Poole's a great shooter. He had 21 last night, made 6 threes, but that was just such a bad decision on the part of Jordan Poole. I don't mind him taking a shot late, but that shot is unnecessary.
Well, it was, because there was still 10 seconds, I think, on the clock at that point in time. And the play should be designed. If Curry's trapped, you get the ball out and you get it back to him. And again, if Curry's got 5 guys on him, I still want him to take that three-pointer because chances are he's going to make it. But, look, Jordan Poole is fine. That's okay. It was a dumb shot. It's one game. I just really like the Golden State Warriors in this series for a couple of reasons. If they pick up the pace, they can run the Lakers and run them ragged. That's one thing. The other thing is, there's no 2 or 3 days off in between games. They play again tomorrow, and then they play again on Saturday. And that's going to be a problem, I think, for both AD and for LeBron James.
And for Anthony Davis, he didn't come off the floor in the second half last night.
Played the entire second half.
And Darvin Ham said that's what load management is for. You arrested him all year to play big minutes in the playoffs. The question is, and granted, he used a lot of fuel out of that gas tank last night, but they got to win in game 1. But will he have that same fuel if this series goes long? And when I say long, game of 6, a game 7 for that matter. But for the Lakers to get game 1 on the road, and I'm with you, I still like Golden State in the series, but that was a big win for the Los Angeles Lakers. And I saw one of those weird stats that LeBron James is undefeated in playoff series when they win game 1 on the road.
Oh, well, that's great. And I'm glad we keep, stats like
So,
that.
in other words, you like stats if they work for your argument and they're crap when they don't?
Of course.
Of course, yes. And that makes sense.
Yes.
Nothing wrong with that. One game tonight in the NBA, a game you can listen to beginning at 6:30 here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star, and that is Philadelphia taking on Boston. Game 2 of that series, the Sixers lead it 1-0, and they get the MVP back tonight. Joel Embiid officially named MVP last night.
It means everything. Obviously, to be able to even qualify and be in these type of conversations, you got to be able to win. And I've always said it, you can't win by yourself. You need everybody, all of them. I've needed them all year, and I'm going to continue to need them. Like I said, they've sacrificed a lot, for me and, for the team. You look at someone like James, you look at the performance he had last night. I'm sure he could do it every night, but, he understands, sometimes he has a different role and he's giving up a lot, Tobias, Tyrese, PJ, I can go on and on and on about, all these guys and, what they've given up. But like I said, I couldn't have done it without them. It's a team effort.
Team effort.
Well, it was. And it was led by James Harden. They got a big win, and with him coming back tonight, I know there were, I think it was Stephen A. who was very critical of that, and I kind of agree with him halfway. He's saying it's a mistake to bring him back for this game 2. Let him rest, get him ready for game 3. I see that point of view, but then I also see the fact that Joel Embiid is, well, he's the MVP, right? And so Philadelphia needs him. They would like nothing more than to leave Boston with a 2-0 lead. So I see it both ways, and he wants to play, and I think that's where you have to go. You got to do what he wants to do, and if he's ready to go, he's got to go.
It's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out in the series. And you think about playing out in college football, now that all the spring practices and spring games are done, ESPN has come out with a post-spring practice top 25 that includes the UTSA Roadrunners.
How about that?
Where does Jeff Traylor's squad fall in the ESPN Power Rankings? We'll tell you as we continue here on the Blitz. Now, if you know me, you listen to this show enough, you know the Roo Pub is my go-to spot. All the games, all the fights, those 3 massive 170-inch screens, TVs all around, and the food at the Roo Pub is fantastic. And so are the big parties that they throw. You know the Roo Pub knows how to throw a party, and this Sunday, the Roo Pub is kicking off their 10-year anniversary celebration with a massive crawfish boil. $15, all you can eat crawfish from Big Boys Barbecue. They'll have all the fixings, live music. Sunday starting at noon is when the party is going to start. They've got a ton of crawfish, so bring your friends, show up hungry. All you can eat crawfish this Sunday at the Roo Pub in Angry Elephant, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
We've got some afternoon baseball going on right now. In fact, the Texas Rangers are losing to the Arizona Diamondbacks in the 7th, 11-7. The Houston Astros also in action, and they are down right now to the San Francisco Giants. We've got some basketball coming up for you tonight, of course. And Joel Embiid, the NBA's MVP, will be back for the Sixers when they take on the Celtics.
If you have certain chronic conditions such as heart disease,
asthma,
diabetes, and you're 19 years of age or older, 52,
36,
42, you may be at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect against pneumococcal pneumonia in just 1 dose. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most commonly reported side effect was pain at the injection site. For additional common side effects and full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
I'm going to ask my doctor
about getting vaccinated.
with Prevnar 20.
Guys, fellas, men, do you want a better sex life? Roman has genuine medication and helps you achieve and maintain what you need to perform. Roman has discreet wipes that help you last 4 times longer in bed. Roman has testosterone testing and treatment. Treating low testosterone can help revive your sex drive. So men, what are you waiting for? For a better sex life, go to ro.co/bettersex. Do it today and get 20% off. That's ro.co/bettersex.
At Total Wine & More, save big on what you love this month with hundreds of deals. Get up to 35% off over 100 different wines and spirits, including Cabernet, sparkling wine, single barrel bourbon, and so much more. These savings are huge, and even better, they're on top of prices that are already the lowest in town. Deals this good don't last long, so visit Total Wine & More to find yours. Find what you love what you find, at the lowest price, only at Total Wine & More. Drink responsibly, B21.
For adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy, now there's Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months, and Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Nothing and me go hand in hand. Nothing on my skin, that's my new plan. Nothing is every day.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, you could achieve 90% clearer skin. Ask your doctor about the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Susan, I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is terrible.
It sure is. But on top of that, gas prices have been skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently.
Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
And does that actually add up to anything?
I've made around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code FREE for an extra 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill up. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or any gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FREE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FREE for 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill up.
Ribs, burgers, chicken. Submit what you grilled or smoked, and you could win a $50 gift card from Tri-County Meat Market.
So good and tasty.
Grilling with the Blitz. Joe Reinagel, Jason Minix, The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix, live out at Slacker Sports and Arcade. The on Rector, right behind North Star Mall. Viva La Brawl happening Friday out at the Techport Center. We've got 3 pairs of tickets that we're giving away today, and we got fighters on their way here.
Wow, 3 pair of tickets to give away.
Three pairs. That's what I was told.
That's fantastic. That's good news. So you need to get down here to Slackers, the North Star location. Come party with us. It's going to be a lot of fun. And you know what I like? Look at the new banners, Jason.
Yeah, we've got new banners.
94.1, it says. How about that?
If you want one of those banners, you can probably walk out with one.
You think so?
Well, I mean, we could help people.
Maybe,
so you can come by, snag a banner.
Bring your own scissors.
I mean, look, if you think about our logo. I mean, we've gone through a couple of logo changes recently. So we bought all kinds of new stuff, and then we changed logos, and then it was like, all right, do we buy new? Then we changed logos again, and so now we're starting to get more and more stuff. So like, if you're watching on YouTube Live, you see the backdrop behind us. That's the old logo. We're calling that vintage. But the new banners have the new logo, so that's the new. So don't steal the old stuff because we haven't replaced it yet. But if you want some of these new banners, they're you could take them. They look good in the man cave, hang them up in the garage. Greg Shelton will autograph it. I mean, there's all kinds of things we could do with those.
Well, you don't want to devalue it though. I mean, if Shelton autographs it, the value of that thing comes way down.
See, that is where you're wrong. You go in the collector space. There aren't many, if any, grumpy-ass Greg Shelton autographs out there. See, like Joe Reinagel autographs on those Ken's 5 headshots that you used to hand out at the rodeo and Fiesta events. I mean, a lot of people have those in their bird cages, but nobody has a Greg Shelton autograph.
Well, I disagree with the bird cage.
And none. Kitty litter?
Maybe kitty litter, because they weren't absorbent. It wasn't like a newspaper putting in there. They were kind of flashy.
The glossy?
Glossy. That's the word I'm looking for.
You don't think that paper would absorb?
Now, I can see it on some dartboards.
That's possible.
That's possible.
Above urinals and places.
Yeah, that too. Although it would splatter right back in your face.
Better than below the urinal.
Well, if it was below, if
you're hitting the top of the urinal, you're doing it wrong.
I don't know. I'm not sure that's accurate. If you're hitting the top of the urinal, you're probably ready to go. So, I mean, it's like you're about to walk out and have a good night. Yeah, you get the picture now, don't you?
I'm just trying to figure out your aiming capabilities.
Well,
I'm just saying. Although
I don't have to draw a picture for you.
No, in fact, there's an ice sculpture in Newfoundland that has done just that. We'll talk about.
What's the name of that town?
A wonderful city in Newfoundland Starts with a D,
Yes.
ends with a dough. It's a real city.
With an IL in between.
545.
Oh, okay.
We'll talk about that. It's a hard story to get into, so we're going to have to figure out the way to approach that story.
Well, now you see that one is probably hitting the top of the urinal. So you see what I'm talking about.
I understand.
Right. Okay,
I understand, but that also makes it a little bit more difficult. But I don't know. We'll dive into that.
Okay.
Let's talk some UTSA.
Okay, yeah.
You know, UTSA has been in the news the last couple of days. I don't want to say for the wrong reasons, but for reasons we here in San Antonio don't like. I mean, the news that Sakari Franklin has hit the transfer portal, you know, Friday afternoon, which was the deadline, he hit the portal.
Yeah.
And I go back, and I can't help but think, this is an assumption on my part, and you know that's never good, but the last time we talked to Jeff Traylor, he told us he was in the middle of dealing with a player that was told he was offered from somebody else, another coach that was recruiting, which is not supposed to happen. And Jeff Traylor told us at the time, you know, it's a pain in the ass, but his kids are honest, and they told him. But Sakari Franklin hit the portal at the deadline. And, you know, hearing Rob and Rudy and JJ Perez from Inside Runner Sports, apparently Sakari was giving UTSA every opportunity to match. Now, I don't know how much he was offered somewhere else or how much he was trying to get from UTSA, but I know that he has hit the portal. And for a guy like Sakari Franklin, who, while he right now is ranked as the #1 college player in the country in the portal, he probably isn't a high NFL prospect. So for a guy like Sakari Franklin, I could see him trying to make as much money as he possibly can playing football at the college level. But I do think that hurts the UTSA team. Granted, they're deep. That said, ESPN has put together their post-spring practice top 25, and the UTSA Roadrunners are ranked 23rd in the country.
Well, you know, and I love that for UTSA. That's fantastic. And going to the AAC this year, that's good news. Sounds like they're going to be one of the favorites there, although the competition is certainly going to be raised up a little, no doubt about it. But back to Sakari Franklin. I mean, obviously he's going somewhere, right? I have not seen where he's going. I did see that he was the #1 prospect in the portal, and good for him, I guess. But boy, I want to go take a shower. This gives me it's just a dirty thing. The whole thing is, and I know everybody, wow, these players, they should go and coaches can go and yada, yada, yada. I get all that. But I mean, it's just for a team like UTSA that is on the rise, and ESPN's taking a look at them, 23 in the power rankings. That's fantastic. And then you lose one of your best weapons. And it just kind of makes you sick to your stomach, or makes me sick to my stomach. Well, everybody thinks this is great. Good for Sakari. Screw everybody else at UTSA, but yeah, good for Sakari.
Well, I mean, but those are the rules. Like the other guys that UTSA lost were all guys that were so far down on the depth chart. I don't know that UTSA is going to miss them. This is the first big one that Jeff Traylor has lost, seemingly because of not enough NIL money available for his guys. And that's part of the game that sucks. But at some point, in Sakari Franklin, he's playing by the rules apparently. And if he can go make some money, I hate it, but that's college football in 2023. And you wonder, because we don't yet know where he is going to go. We don't yet know if UTSA is going to add additional players from the portal. When it all shakes out and everybody's where they're going, does UTSA stay in the top 25? Do they add some players to maybe move up? If they drop out of the preseason top 25 that comes out in August, depending on how far they fall, Does that give you an idea of what the ESPN college experts think of Zachary Franklin in his absence? It's going to be interesting to follow what that trend is. And not just with UTSA. It's easy for us to talk about them because that is our team. But all the players, all the teams that lost players or are going to add players, how does that affect their rankings when it comes in? Because you could see what people are looking at of what that individual meant to the team that they left.
Well, obviously, if you're looking at this poll that came out, they don't think that highly of Zachary Franklin because it came out right after the spring games. Zachary Franklin hit the transfer portal right after the spring games. So, I mean, I'm not sure that that they think he means a whole hill of beans, honestly.
Well, and again, so, I mean, or, you know, they put this out while they can't. This was released today, so I would like to think that they have added in those that hit the portal afterwards.
You would think
but
so.
It does say in here, with transfers still to commit and a few unexpected turns to come in the offseason, the power rankings will certainly be subject to change with spring ball in the review, summer on the horizon. These are the top 25 squads as of now. I just love seeing where UTSA is at right now. Now, granted, what are we? May 3rd, right? UTSA in the top 25. It wasn't that long ago that we were excited when we would see UTSA receiving votes. and then when they finally cracked the top 25 for a program as young as UTSA's, where they are at right now, when you look at this list and UTSA post-spring college, Georgia 1, Michigan 2, is 10. Texas Tech is at 20.
TCU's at 16.
TCU at 16. I was looking for A&M.
They're not in there.
Okay. But to see, you know, just the bottom line of this, you know, 21 to 25, North Carolina, Ole Miss, UTSA, Kentucky, and Wisconsin. To see that Roadrunner logo in that mix, it's pretty damn impressive. And the thing to look at, that Tulane logo right there at number 19, UTSA and Tulane, think about the bowl implications of that game when it happens during the football season, because I believe it happens pretty late in the year.
What are you talking about? Tulane and UTSA?
Yeah.
Well, absolutely. And look, the competition is going to be tough.
Yeah.
They've got some tough teams in North Texas who, obviously is a good program. I mean, there's a lot of good competition there. But to get the respect, look, obviously, in the scheme of things, it's great for us to talk about, but it means absolutely nothing, right? I mean, think about it. It's good to see, though, that they're getting some national recognition, and I hope they continue to get it. I just, college football needs some changes, and I wish they would come sooner rather than later.
The Tulane game, by the way, that is the last game of the regular season, Thanksgiving weekend. Could be Black Friday, the 24th. Could be on Saturday. There's flex schedule there. That game will be on the road, but UTSA and Tulane, both in the preseason or whatever this top 25 that we're looking at right now, post-spring practice. Think about the bowl implications or championship game implications for that game.
Could be, and they play that game in the Superdome. That's where Tulane plays
down in New Orleans.
So that'll be a lot of fun for Roadrunner fans to head down to New Orleans, party on Thanksgiving weekend.
Imagine a Thanksgiving roadie to New Orleans.
That'll be good.
That would be
fantastic. And if it means something, even better, right? I mean, if that is a game like that has implications like you're talking about, that could be a lot of fun.
Aaron Rodgers is having a lot of fun in the Big Apple. He was on Pat McAfee. Of course, he's talking about it. We'll tell you what he had to say with Pat McAfee as we continue here on the Blitz 94.1. San Antonio Sports Star. When you need an electrician, you know Hill Electric is available to you 24/7 for residential and commercial needs. I know I've used Hill Electric in my house for a variety of projects. They do great work and have for over 3 decades. The family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio homes and businesses. And one of the great things about Hill Electric, they got the right service at the right price. Never a service charge and always free estimate. So it costs you nothing to figure out what it will take to get a project done. Call Hill Electric at 210-404-9074 404-9074 or online hill-electric.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Viva La Brawl! Friday, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo at the Techport Arena. R&R in the Morning have your tickets to see San Antonio's own Castaneda brothers, along with the Navarez versus Heinen fight, Destiny Jones versus Brittany Ordonez, and more. Listen to R&R in the Morning at 7:05, 8:05, and 9:05 for your chance to win. Just listen for the fight bell, and you could be on your way to Viva La Brawl. Plus, one lucky winner will get the ultimate upgrade to VIP ringside seats, along with plenty of swag. Presented by Davies Arena and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Buy tickets at daviesentertainment.com.
Today is the day. Today is the day you empty your garage and closets of your old tech. Today is the day you hang up on that dial-up modem. Today is the day you tell that old GPS to get lost. Because while Staples recycles old tech for free each and every day, today, during Staples' free Tech Take Back, Rewards members get $10 in Staples Rewards when they recycle their tech. Cut the cord on your old tech and recycle it at Staples. N617. Limit 1 reward per month. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/recycling for details.
Today on Hey Culligan Smart Home, Smarter Water Softener. Here's Kevin.
Hey Culligan, can a smart water softener lift those heavy salt bags for me?
Kevin, it can.
Wait, it can?
Yep, the smart high-efficiency water softener from Culligan can alert your dealer when the salt needs to be replaced, and they'll do it for you, so your water stays soft and you stay away from lifting the bags.
I mean, I could lift them if I wanted.
No judgment here, Kevin. We're happy to do it, and we're already on the way. Let us help you out with a free in-home water test with the local Culligan water expert at Culligan.com.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing. Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
The XFL Championship game is here. In a league of dreams and opportunities, there's only one chance to be a champion. The road to the XFL Championship ends in San Antonio. The best of the North versus the best of the South. The DC Defenders versus the Arlington Renegades. Who will emerge the winner? The 2023 XFL Championship game, Saturday, May 13th at 7 p.m. at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio. Defenders versus Renegades. XFL history will be made. Tickets are on sale now starting at $25. Visit xfl.com/tickets.
Guys, stop what you're doing. Give me a few seconds of your time and let me give you a piece of advice that will change your love life forever. Have you noticed you've been losing a little pep in your step? Has your lady friend asked you, is everything okay? Do you find yourself having trouble rising for the occasion? Do you stress out before that special moment and wonder, is it gonna work? Guys, I'm going to let you in on a big secret. You don't ever have to worry again. The Mojo Male Enhancement Formula has you covered. Mojo is the 100% guaranteed male enhancement formula that guarantees lasting success, if you know what I mean. The Mojo Male Enhancement Formula is safe, natural, and effective every single time, guaranteed. Mojo is available in a fast-acting spray and a quick-action capsule. Do yourself and her a favor and call Pure Line Nutrition in San Antonio today. They'll get you set up for success. Call 210-494-2210. That number again is 210-494-2210. Mojo Male Enhancement, only available at Pure Line Nutrition.
The greatest American rock and roll band in history, Aerosmith, present Peace Out, the Farewell Tour. Aerosmith, with special guests, the Black Crowes. AT&T Center, November 1st. Get tickets this Friday at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. Aerosmith with the Black Crowes, the Farewell Tour. Peace out.
Live on the Zone pay-per-view, the King is coming home. Undisputed champion Canelo Alvarez returns to his city to defend his titles against John Ryder. It's all on the line. Witness the historic homecoming May 6th, live only on the Zone pay-per-view. Sign up at DAZN.com.
You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix, live out at Slackers Sports and Arcade Bar, the North Star location.
Good location. out here.
Record.
I like this location.
Right behind.
A lot of folks are out here already enjoying a Wednesday afternoon with us.
Cold beer.
And other things.
Nothing wrong with that.
Not at all.
My buddy Kevin Brock. Your buddy Kevin Brock. What are you pointing at?
I'm pointing at Kellen Moore in a Chargers. He's up on the screen right now. Sorry about that.
Who cares? Kevin Brock.
Looks like a little kid.
That's why we call him Little Kellen Moore.
Not Kevin Brock. He didn't look. He's a grown man.
Yeah, he looks old too. Have you seen him lately?
I haven't seen.
Dude is saying the Tulane UTSA game is at Tulane.
All
not
right.
the Superdome.
So they got their own place. Well, they ought to have it in the Superdome.
Well, they should, except for Grambling and Southern is at the Superdome Thanksgiving weekend. So,
all right, well,
you stand corrected by one.
I stand corrected. Well, it's not the first time.
It won't be the
Brock
last
is correct.
Absolutely. Aaron Rodgers is running things in New York right now. Some people think he's now the general manager of said New York Jets because he signed his buddy Randall Cobb today. And it's interesting seeing Aaron Rodgers in New York at everything. I mean, he's been at the hockey games. He's been at the basketball games, hanging out with teammates, doing everything that you're not used to seeing Aaron Rodgers do. He was sitting at the
what the hell's it to do in Green Bay?
Well, I don't know. I mean, nothing, right?
Eat waffles and drink beer? I mean, I don't know.
Well, cheese curds.
Yeah.
A good sausage plate. But he's hanging out with teammates. Looks like he's having a lot of fun. Hell, he was sitting last night with Turtle. I don't know if they went together, but all the fancy celebrity list in New York. If you watched Entourage, he was sitting there with Turtle, which that would have been cool for me. But because he was sitting next to Jerry Ferrara is his name, but he played Turtle on Entourage. Aaron Rodgers goes on the Pat McAfee show and just talked about what a blast he is having in New York.
Pat, I'm having a blast. I am having an absolute blast. It's been so fun. I got here Tuesday night, and so today's like a week, and it's been a blast. It really has. To go to the hockey game, basketball game, meet all my guys, just get to know the facility. I'm starting to look for some places to stay because they got me in the hotel right now, which is great. It's like literally 2 minutes from the facility. But, man, it's been a great week. It really is.
You think about it, he's still living in the hotel, so he's going out. The room service is there, and he has yet to figure his way around the Jets facility.
Well, maybe he doesn't want to. Look, he's Aaron freaking Rodgers, right? I mean, he can do whatever he wants to do when it comes to that.
Everything's been weird. Everything's been different. It's been changed. You're in one spot for 18 years, and now you got a different commute in the morning, different facility. I'm getting lost in the facility. I'm trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go. But, man, everybody's been so great. I'm just trying to remember names and get to know everybody. But strength staff's been great, training staff, coaching staff, meeting everybody upstairs. It's been so much fun. Get to go to the game, with Brees and Tim and Alan, the hockey game. Then with Alan the next night's MSG. Going tonight with Sauce to the Knicks game. So I'm enjoying it, man. It's been so much fun. I can't even tell you. Just joking with some friends. Going to the Knicks game the other night, I met Spike Lee, Martha Stewart, and Patrick Ewing, among others. And then I'm sitting next to Jack, a couple seats down. So it's so much fun, man. Just having a ball.
Yeah, King of New York. Now, he's been invited
Who's Jack?
By the Knicks, by the Mets to throw out the first pitch, but he really wants to throw out a first pitch at a Yankees game. They haven't invited him over yet.
Well, I mean, they're the Yankees. They don't care.
Yeah, they do.
Nah, they don't care. Look,
it's New York.
I love this, right? Enjoy the honeymoon, Aaron Rodgers, because once the season starts and, you throw your first interception, we'll see what kind of reception you get there and what kind of invitations you get to basketball games and baseball games and all of that kind of stuff. So, yeah, enjoy it. I think it's great for him spending all that time in Green Bay. Obviously didn't, probably spend a lot of time there in the offseason, but it's got to be fun for a guy like that to get out and enjoy some of the limelight and the celebrity that he deserves. I'm happy for him.
You know, I don't know if anybody's happier than Greeny listening to him. My goodness, he's like a teenage girl that has seen the Jonas Brothers. It's ridiculous. Micah Parsons is bulking up. Is that good or bad? We'll dive into that right after this SportsCenter update.
This is the Blitz. KTFM Floresville and always at ESPNSA.com. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, newly crowned NBA MVP Joel Embiid set to make his return tonight when the Sixers try to take a 2-0 lead in their series against the Boston Celtics. That's a game, by the way, you can hear right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star beginning at 6:30. Bad news for the Phoenix Suns. Point guard Chris Paul is expected to miss at least a week with that groin issue. Suns trail the Denver Nuggets 2-0 in their best-of-7 set. The Blitz continues right now.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minutes.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. A Wednesday afternoon, and we are at Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar at the North Star location, which is on Rector behind North Star Mall. Easy to get to it. And you want to get out here because we've got tickets for Friday's Viva La Brawl happening at the Techport Center. Big event that Davies Entertainment is putting on. We have tickets to give away for Viva La Brawl happening on Friday, and we've got fighters that are going to be here with us at Slackers.
And that's going to be cool. Come on out and meet and greet with those folks. Have a beer. See all the folks that are the North Star location is cool. I really like it. So if you've never been out to Slackers North Star, come out and check this place out. They've got screens all over the place and a little baseball on TV, and you can hear us.
Yeah, you see the Astros lost again today.
No, they did.
Yeah, in a bit of an offensive funk.
Well, dude, I can't say anything. My Cardinals can't win a game at all, but I wore the shirt anyway.
Yeah, you did.
I did. You're a fan. You're a fan, right?
Did you put that on thinking I'm going to rep the Cardinals today, or you just reach in the closet and grab the next one?
No, I said I got to give them a little love because nobody else is. I talked to my buddy in St. Louis yesterday, and, well, he's really upset. Folks in St. Louis not happy at all. So I thought, man, the Cardinals need a little love here in San Antonio.
When are they?
Huh?
When are they?
When are they what?
Happy in St. Louis.
Well, they're happy quite a bit because 9 times out of 10 that team's winning. So they get happy. But this year we're off to a very slow start, and I tell you, the pitching staff is just trash. Yeah, batting practice. It's awful.
You good?
I feel great. I'm good.
You good?
It's early.
Are you sure?
It's early.
I mean, you seem like you need to get something off your chest.
No, I'm a little pissed off, actually, because, you talk to people in St. Louis that that the Cardinals didn't do anything in the offseason. They didn't upgrade anything. I thought it would be okay. But, my buddy Tim Gallagher, who lives there, he knows a lot more. I mean, this dude is Cardinals. He's through and through.
Well, and
right?
I know, a lot of Cardinal fans here in San Antonio for some weird reason.
Well,
it's kind of like Cubs fans, although they're all just T-shirt fans. They're not real fans.
Cub fans are just kind of losers. I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, they really are. You ever see a Cub fan?
I've seen them.
Yeah, they just, they just kind of.
There's a.
It's like they missed out on something in life.
It's a personality trait.
It's a personality.
There's a type.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but Cub fans are just different people.
Really?
Yeah.
Not a fan, huh?
No, not at all.
Yet Wrigley Field is so much fun.
Well, I'm sure it is. I've never been there. I would like to go, but I would.
Been to Wrigley?
I would certainly be wearing Cardinal red. That's for sure.
Get your ass kicked.
Probably.
A rock might fall on your head.
Well, that way, what happened to you in Philly, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, there you go. That's what happens.
Absolutely, it does happen. It's 4:05 here on the Blitz. Maybe. Pledge. We got this whole fancy sound effect thing that's supposed to fire as I give up the time. Pledge is over there having a coronary fit. I have no idea what's going to happen.
Jason and Joe's headline Blitz. Two guys, two opinions, never enough time.
Just for fun, Pledge, can we hear that again?
This is Jason and Joe's headline Blitz. Two guys, two opinions, never enough time.
Micah Parsons, two big things out of Micah Parsons today. He is skipping off-season workouts, which isn't that big of a deal, I guess, because he's working out on his own in Austin. He will be at OTAs, but he's bulking up. He is moving, and I want to know what you guys think of this on the Kielbasa Smoke Meats phone lines, 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. He's bulking up, adding weight to be a full-time defensive end next season, an edge rusher, as opposed to being that hybrid, sometimes you're rushing and sometimes you're dropping in coverage linebacker. Bad move.
You like it?
Yeah.
I don't like it at all.
Well, I mean, I want to see what it looks like. But for all intents and purposes, he stopped being a linebacker a while ago. And they use him in passing situations. He is an edge rusher, not a linebacker. He's not dropping in coverage in obvious passing situations. So he's got the speed and the ability to get to the quarterback, and he does it at a high level by bulking up, depending on how high he tries to go. And he tweeted out, "Dude, relax. I'm not trying to get to 290 or whatever he said." Him going against those big old left tackles, adding strength. How many times do we see late in games where he just looks beat up, worn out, and sometimes has to take a breather in a critical situation? And I think he's just trying to get a little bit stronger to battle those left tackles.
Well, that sounds fantastic, and I would expect the positive spin from a Dallas Cowboys diehard fan. But
it's the truth.
Isn't Micah Parsons' strength his quickness? Isn't it his quickness?
Well,
I mean, I think we can all agree on that. And Micah Parsons says, because he's probably been catching a lot of flack for this on Twitter, he did tweet out, he says he's not going from 246 to 270, won't go past 255, and he's putting on good weight. I don't mind him bulking up a little bit, but if he loses any of that speed and quickness, to me, that's a problem. And I wish he wouldn't do it. Why do you mess with success? And answer me this. If you knew that Micah Parsons was going to do this, why do you draft two edge rushers in the draft?
Great, valid point, except for it rotates a lot of guys in, and that is something that
you're going to rotate Micah Parsons out?
There's other guys. I mean, I just look at, he's not doing this on his own. He didn't just decide this. This is something that the Dallas Cowboys and Micah probably and his agent probably agreed to. If I'm Micah Parsons, I would much rather be defined as an edge rusher coming into my contract year. Stephen Jones, are you listening? As opposed to a linebacker, because the edge rusher is going to command a lot more money than a linebacker. You know, it's kind of like those tight ends that are really wide receivers that want to get wide receiver money and not tight end. So I'm surprised the Cowboys, knowing he's coming new into his contract year, would do it now. But he's doing this as part of some sort of overall plan that Dan Quinn has for the Cowboys. We just don't know yet what that looks like. I mean, at first glance, no, but you look at the weight that he's talking about staying at, he's not going to lose quickness. What it also tells me, he's been in the NFL for a couple of years. If he's working out trying to add in good weight, he's probably completely changed his diet to become more of a pro. You know, you think about a guy like DeMarcus Ware and what he was able to do, but he doesn't have the size, the height to play like that, or even a Tank Lawrence. But can he be effective as an edge rusher opposite of Tank Lawrence? Absolutely.
Well, he has been. That's my point.
Well,
I mean, why do you mess with success? I don't understand it. I mean, I don't. And look, you're going to spin it. All right, that's what you do when it comes to the Cowboys. You're going to spin it. It's going to be positive, and everything's great. Everything the Cowboys do is fantastic.
That's
and
not true.
Lollipops and roses and unicorns, and I get that, and that's all. I'd like to hear from somebody that actually has some sense and some, can think outside the box and outside their Cowboy fandom. If you feel like me on this, look, I want the Cowboys to be successful. I do, but I don't think this is the right. If
you
he loses
fear any kind of change.
I do. Why change when something is working? Everybody talks about Micah Parsons as one of the premier NFL players. And obviously he's doing something right. So you want to put some weight on him and change him from, the linebacker position going into edge rusher completely. I just don't understand why you mess with success.
I'm not sure about the position change full time. And I don't believe that at all. But you're talking about going from 246, according to his tweet, I will not surpass 255 at any time in my career. So if he can add 6, 8, 10 pounds of muscle, he's not going to lose speed by doing that. He's not going to 270. He's not changing his frame, if you will. And you and I were talking about this earlier, and I had lots of questions until I see the tweet. 5, 6, 8 pounds of muscle for a guy that's got his fair share of baby fat still on him. That tells me he's changing his diet and he's hitting the gym and he's becoming more of a pro. I see this as him turning himself into a better version of what we already have.
So he puts on weight and changed positions completely, and he's an edge rusher full time. So what are you going to do now? Who plays linebacker? Who plays that spot? So if he's an edge rusher, then what do you do? How do you fill it?
Well, I mean, again, once we get to Oxnard for training camp and we get a good look at it, but I mean, and that's what makes me nervous about that is Leighton Vander Esch, and if his ability to stay healthy is kind of in linebacker, because you saw a bit last year with Leighton Vander Esch playing linebacker and Micah Parsons rushing the passer. I mean, other than hearing position change, when you go back and you think about last year and Micah Parsons, wasn't he playing edge rusher the majority of the time?
Yeah, but I remember Micah Parsons making some plays in the passing game too. And, it wasn't all about rushing the passer. I mean, there were some other things that he can do, and you're going to take that completely away. I just don't agree with it.
But think about this, though. Depending on what they have at linebacker and what they're doing, if he is not expending energy by dropping in coverage and 100% of his time is go get the quarterback, aren't you getting more results out of Micah Parsons where he's not getting gassed chasing around a slot receiver or running back out of the backfield on first and second down, and he's a half step late to the quarterback on that third down passing situation? I think this is a way to conserve energy for Micah Parsons. Again, I still want to see it. And 5, 8, 10 pounds of muscle on Micah Parsons, who has his share of baby fat, I think is fine. If he was going up to 270,
baby fat.
Well, I mean, you've seen him in person. I mean,
I don't know if I would describe it as baby fat.
Well, I mean, all I'm hearing is he's going to be able to walk proudly around the house without his shirt on now.
Didn't he do that anyway? I mean, the guy looks pretty swell.
I
Is
said
that the
proudly.
right word? I just don't know why you mess with this guy. Maybe it will be the greatest thing ever. Who knows?
Yeah, but you hate it.
But no, I do, because why do you mess with success? I just don't get it. And look, if rushing the passer is the goal and that's what you want him to be good at, the last time I checked, they don't throw every down in the NFL. So I just don't. I don't get it. I really don't. But maybe it's going to be good. Do
you trust Dan Quinn?
Well, I don't know. Am I supposed to?
Dan Quinn.
Am I supposed to?
It's a simple question.
Look, I like Dan Quinn. Trust? I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, he's building a pretty good defense there. So we'll see what happens. I just don't like it. Do I have to like every move the Cowboys make?
You don't like any moves that are different from anybody until you see it and you do.
I'm not sure when I didn't like something. I just don't. I don't understand why you take a guy that has been a star at the position that he's at, and try to make him do something else.
I don't think he's doing anything else. As a strong side linebacker, he's rushing the passer the majority of the time anyway.
So, but when he turns into an edge rusher, period. And I know other linebackers have done that, all right? I know that.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll see.
I think they're trying to make him more into Lawrence Taylor every day. He gets those comparisons a lot, and I think that's ultimately what they're trying to do. As we continue with the headline blitz,
Just want to continue that.
Pledge. Well, I mean, we're supposed to do 3 headlines during this segment. We're already
but when one is so good, I mean, you know.
I'm just saying. I mean, we got to make the boss happy here, right? The NFL is done with indoor drafts. Pledge was just in Kansas City for the draft. They say the success since they've taken it on the road. And when they say indoor, I'm not sure what they mean by that, because like they had it at Jerry World, that was inside, but it might as well have been outside. They get all those people in there. But basically, cold weather cities, hey, congratulations. We're never giving you a Super Bowl because nobody wants a cold weather city Super Bowl. But you know what we can do for you cold weather cities? We can give you the NFL draft. Next up, Detroit.
Well, I think that's fantastic. And look, just watching Pledge and doing his thing, I mean, people want to go. People want to see it. They want to experience it. So why shut people out? Have as many as 325,000 people there on day one of the NFL draft. I think the NFL sees that and they're going, man, this is great. Why would we ever want to shut anybody out?
Oh, and again, people want to stand around to see who's next. And then you get a Fall Out Boy concert or a Motley Crue concert.
Exactly.
Oh, and we can sell beers for $16.
Sure.
We're going to sell a lot of T-shirts. Yeah, the NFL, they know how to do it. But Green Bay, guess what? You'll never get a Super Bowl, but a draft is coming to you. What other crap cities are going to end up getting? Minnesota had the Super Bowl. That was awful. But the draft, it's still cold as hell in April. Chicago is probably going to end up with the draft.
Yeah, because they won't ever get a Super Bowl.
Not until the roof.
And they won't play in one anytime soon either.
No, definitely not. The NBA playoffs, 1 game on tap tonight, 2 great games last night. We'll dive into those as we continue here on the Blitz. If you're thinking about it's Wednesday, the weekend coming up, before you fire up that grill, make sure you get into Tri-County Meat Market. They're 2 great locations because, that great meal starts with great meat. And there's no better place to get your meat than at Tri-County Meat Market. They have what you need with the quality you expect. If you want to do some steaks, maybe some nice bone-in ribeyes, some tomahawks, they've got them there. Sirloins, their fajitas are incredible. You want to do a tri-tip, a picanha, the sausage, the beef ribs, the pork ribs, the English crosscuts. They got it all there at Tri-County Meat Market. And you can always take advantage of their Pick 5 for $25. Tri-County Meat Market always offers a 10% discount for military and first responders. 2 great locations on Ralph Fair Road and on Heebner, or online at tricountymeat.com.
It's R&R in the morning. Tomorrow at 6.
Tomorrow on R&R in the morning, who won between the Boston Celtics and the 76ers? And we get you ready for Game 2, Warriors-Lakers.
We'll talk MVP of the NBA, not just regular season. Embiid holds 1. Who might get the other? Party starts at 6.
R&R in the morning. Tomorrow at 6 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Gold. If you've been thinking of how to secure the value of your assets and grow your wealth, think gold. Think Noble Gold. Hi, Jason Minix here for NobleGoldInvestments.com. After the latest bank failures and other economic news that could devalue the dollar, gold is a safe investment to secure your wealth. And if you're not sure what to do, that's not a problem. Go to NobleGoldInvestments.com. They'll walk you through everything. They will email you their gold and silver investors guide. Do this. Go look at the price of gold in 1970 up until today. It was about $35 an ounce, and the long-term trend will blow you away. A lot of folks wish they would have bought back then in an IRA or even physical gold. Don't wish you did this down the road. Take the time to go to the website today. Go to NobleGoldInvestments.com. You're welcome to use promo code STAR for a free 5-ounce America the Beautiful coin they're offering people that qualify. NobleGoldInvestments.com. Mark it down to do today. NobleGoldInvestments.com.
Garage clutter got you down? Garageization will help improve that mood. Cabinets, shelving, workbenches, overhead racks, slat wall. They even do floors. Oh my! GarageOrganizationSanAntonio.com for more info. GarageOrganizationSanAntonio.com.
Looking for a protein-packed snack to power you through the day? Of course you are. Only Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds have the bold flavors you crave. Spicy dill, Korean kimchi, pasilla chili cheese, and more. Take your snacking to a whole new level with Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. And keto fans, you're going to love this low-carb crunch. Get yours at H-E-B and online at southernrecipesmallbatch.com.
Southern Recipe pork rinds.
Not all pizza places are the same. Mellow Mushroom originated hand-tossed, stone-baked classic Southern pizza. Not in the mood for pizza? Order a calzone, hoagie, sandwich, burger, or a mellow salad and see how care goes into every item on the menu. Take your pick from 24 draft beers and or handcrafted cocktails. And many of the pizzas can be made gluten-free or vegan. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Get the last water softener you'll ever own and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
The last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656-PURE Kinetico.
Visit KineticoSA.com.
You know the Roo Pub knows how to throw a party, and this Sunday, May 7th, the Roo Pub will kick off their 10-year anniversary celebration with a massive crawfish boil. For $15, it's all-you-can-eat crawfish from Big Boy's Barbecue with all the fixins and live music. The party starts at noon. Bring your friends and come hungry. All-you-can-eat crawfish this Sunday at the Roo Pub in Angry Elephant, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Hi, I'm attorney Steve Benke. If you've made the decision to divorce, you need an experienced attorney who can help. I've helped many people get through divorce, custody, child support, and alimony problems. Call me. I'm attorney Steve Benke.
210-DIVORCE or go to BenkeLaw.com.
The Golf Club of Texas has sessions with the friendliest staff. The golf is great. They have a lighted driving range and practice area. While it feels like a country club, it's not a private club. It's open to the public, so bring the family into the 10 Cup Bar. It's the nicest sit-down restaurant in that area of SA, specializing in Texas food, wine, and spirits. For golf or dinner, go to Golf Club of Texas off Highway 90, online at golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, the friendliest golf course in Texas.
When you're drinking a frozen beverage from McDonald's, your brain may not like how refreshingly cold it is, but the rest of your body, oh yes, it's gonna relish every moment of it, because there are drinks. Then there are drinks from McDonald's.
There's no better way to cool down than with this cool deal. Get a medium frozen Coke, frozen Dr. Pepper, or frozen Fanta for just $1.79. Prices of participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
San Antonio Professional Boxing has reached new levels. We're less than a week out from Viva La Brawl at Techport Arena. Buy your tickets now at daviesentertainment.com and join the whole Sports Star crew on Cinco de Mayo at Viva La Brawl. San Antonio's very own Castaneda brothers, Kendo and Jairo Castaneda, are headlining a card that features Brown Navarez versus Daniel Heinen and Destiny Jones versus Brittany Ordonez, and more. Davies Entertainment Viva La Brawl this Friday, Cinco de Mayo at Techport Arena. Buy tickets at daviesentertainment.com. Tomorrow on R&R in the Morning, we break down what we saw from Boston and the 76ers, and we get you ready for Game 2 between the Lakers and the Warriors. And just like every day ending in Y, we'll talk some NFL. Now back to the Blitz. Jason, stop reverse searing. You're wasting good time, my brother.
Am I getting grilling lessons from Rudy J?
I know. That's kind of weird, isn't it?
You have no idea. Good Lord.
You know what's
Rudy.
weird about that? I saw a recipe. I don't know if it was today or yesterday, but do you ever sear first?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Some sear
and then
first.
Cook.
The reason, I mean, you could do it that way. I choose to reverse sear because I want the smoky flavor on the meat.
Right.
Because if you sear first and then you throw it on a smoker, none of that smoke is going to be able to penetrate the meat.
Okay.
So if you reverse sear, Rudy, now granted, Rudy, you don't know how to outdoor cook. Everything you do is inside your damn kitchen in an oven. But if you want the good smoky flavor, if you're using a smoker, Rudy, and your little propane, it doesn't matter, right? But reverse here is the way to go. Now, and you get those pretty grill marks, which makes for good photos.
Right.
And if you have those good photos, you want us to judge your meat. We'll know if you reverse seared or seared first, or if you went without any kind of an outer crust. We'll know that. ESPNSA.com. Every Thursday, we give away a $50 gift card to Tri-County Meat Market by judging your meat. So do that.
We're good at it, and we do it. So my meat big.
Yes,
I do, actually.
Well,
yeah.
absolutely.
The bigger, the better.
Absolutely. 5:45, you want to be listening. I'm not going to tell you why. Just do. In the 5 o'clock hour, also, we're going to give away tickets to go see Aerosmith. They're going to be at the AT&T Center on November 1st with the Black Crowes. Tickets are available at livenation.com, but in the 5 o'clock hour, you will have a chance to win. Although you should just come see us here at Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar, the North Star location. We're here till 7 o'clock tonight. Viva La Brawl tickets, we're giving those away for the big fight night coming up on Friday, put on by Davies Entertainment. Fighters are on their way here, a little meet and greet with those guys, so your chance to win later on here at Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar. Again, on Rector, right behind North Star Mall.
Yeah, and it's a great location. I like this location. So come on out and see us, and the fighters will be here, and maybe they'll put on a little demonstration. What do you think? I think it'd be a good idea. Maybe the little ring right out here. They could just kind of go around and spar a little bit.
I think we generally kind of stay away from bar fights.
No, bar fights are good. A lot of fun.
When was the last time you were in a bar fight?
Oh, wow. Dude, quick story.
Here we go.
Back in San Marcos, a long time ago, many moons ago, I was in a fraternity. Well, there was this big rivalry between guys who were in fraternities and guys who weren't. Well, back then, you put on your polo, and that kind of identified you as a preppy fraternity guy.
Yeah.
So there was a bar called Animal House in San Marcos that everybody went to. We started, 10, 15 seconds after we started, here come the bouncers just spraying mace. And boy, they ride both of us right across the eyes, and some of the worst pain I've ever felt in my life.
Yeah?
It works.
Mace?
Mace.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It works.
Load up all your daughters with all the mace that you could possibly have.
I guarantee you, I was out. You can't see. You're basically blinded for a minute. And then my eyes just like water just pouring out of them.
Yeah.
And it was a miserable experience that I still remember to this day.
So who won the fight?
Well, the bouncer.
Oh.
So that's who won.
The bouncer saved you.
Yeah, maybe, but
is what you're saying.
The bouncer certainly won. They didn't want any. They didn't want anything starting up, so they ended that very quickly.
Yeah, bar fights are not fun.
No.
Try not to get into.
Well, I'm talking about a staged sparring, not a bar fight.
Yeah, sure. But it sounds like you want to see a bar fight.
Well, no, I really don't. I mean, I wouldn't mind watching one. I don't want to be involved.
Yeah,
in it.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
I mean,
so,
if
it happened, it happened. I wouldn't encourage it or anything.
Are you the kind, if you see a bar fight break out, do you pull out your phone to video? Do you step in to try to break it up, or do you just watch?
I would probably just watch. Yeah, I would watch.
Yeah.
And then, just kind of
hope you don't get involved.
Just watch it. I probably wouldn't even pull the phone out. I mean, it's going to be about 10 million other people do that.
Yeah.
So they can have it.
But yours is the video that could go viral.
Well, it could.
I mean,
I don't really care.
I mean, it's like
honestly. I mean, I don't know. I'm not one of those guys that wakes up in the morning and say, I'm going to do something and make it go viral. Maybe I should get on board with that. I don't know.
Nah,
it's kind of the way of the world.
It is the way of the world. Although some bar fight videos are fantastic.
Yeah, they are.
I just don't want to be a part of them.
No.
I've only been a part of one really big bar fight.
Yeah?
It was at Navy days. We were down in Barbados. And I mean, chairs are getting broke all over the place, and everybody's getting scooped up. And yeah, that was a bleep show for sure.
Did you go to jail?
I'm not. Well, I mean,
I'm not going to say. Okay, that answers that question.
We were all detained for a while and then escorted back to the ship.
Right. Okay, gotcha.
And Barbados is a lot of fun.
I'm sure it is.
A lot of fun.
I would imagine.
You ever get a chance to go?
I'd like to go
to Barbados. We'll talk some NBA coming up. Of all people that predicted what happened to Jordan Poole last night, Snoop Dogg.
No way.
Yeah, we'll explain as we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, live out here at Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar, the North Star location. If you're looking for authentic sausage, the kind you can find in butcher shops back in the old days, then Kielbasa smoked sausage is what you've been looking for. You see, Kielbasa makes their legendary smoked sausage in small 150-pound batches with only fresh, high-quality ingredients, never frozen meat. They never add fillers or chemicals that you can't pronounce. Then it is smoked over real hardwood. Real smoke, honest meat, slow crafted. What they say is in their products is exactly what is in there. That is what Kielbasa means by honest meat. They're proud their ingredient list is short, straightforward, and doesn't require a PhD in chemistry to translate, because the only way Kielbasa can guarantee it's the best sausage you've ever eaten is by using only real hardwood with their uncompromising, slow-crafted method, fresh spices, and yes, only honest meat. No fillers, no enhancers. If it's not the best sausage you've ever eaten, just give Michael Kielbasa a call and he'll give you your money back. His phone number is on the back of every package sold. Real smoke, honest meat, slow-crafted. Go get some Kielbasa today.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Couple of baseball finals to update you on this afternoon. The Texas Rangers lose to the Arizona Diamondbacks 12-7. Astros also playing this afternoon against the San Francisco Giants. The Astros lose as well by a score of 4-2. And Micah Parsons says he's not going to participate in offseason workouts with the Cowboys. He will be back for OTAs, but he wants to be a full-time defensive end this season. Good idea. We'll talk about it later here on the Blitz.
If you own a small to medium-sized business that kept employees on payroll through COVID, you may have a big cash refund waiting for you. Credit is a tax credit of up to $26,000 per employee. And now, more businesses than ever qualify. The experts at RefundsPro.com specialize in cutting through the red tape of qualifying for this government program. Most of their refunds are over $100,000. Even businesses that have received PPP funds may be eligible. And there are absolutely no fees unless you receive a refund. So there's no reason not to apply. If your business experienced shutdowns, limited capacity, supply chain challenges, or reduced revenue due to COVID, you likely qualify. RefundsPro.com has already helped hundreds of businesses. So don't lose the refund you're owed by missing the deadline. Get started today with a free 5-minute questionnaire at RefundsPro.com. That's refunds with an S, pro.com.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. Is your check engine light on? The free Fix Finder service reads your check engine, ABS, and maintenance lights. It even sends a detailed report directly to your email. When you need to get back on the road, AutoZone's free Fix Finder service is here. Get the most complete free warning light report backed by technician-verified fixes. Only at AutoZone.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
See details at AutoZone.com.
Getting to know yourself can be a lifelong process, especially since you're always growing and changing. Therapy is all about deepening that self-awareness, because sometimes you don't know what you really want until you talk things through. BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist online who can take you on that journey of self-discovery from wherever you are. Visit betterhelp.com/score to get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/score.
Boot Barn honors a Western legacy built by those who persevere through resourceful determination. Ariat honors that same legacy by bringing innovative technology to classic pieces. Driven by a dedication to the craft, Ariat blends timeless Western artistry with advanced performance features for the modern cowboy and rodeo athlete. Out west, ingenuity is second to none. Ariat at Boot Barn.
O'Reilly.
Did you know 1 in 4 car batteries is weak and needs to be replaced? O'Reilly Auto Parts will test your battery for free. If your battery needs to be replaced, our professional parts people can help you find the best Superstart battery for your vehicle and budget. Don't wait. Get your battery tested for free today at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
To every woman with a will and a workbench, every mom with a miter saw she's not afraid to use, every daughter with a drill and the drive, to the women who get their nail guns together, the ones who are welding the gap, the same ones who DIY like no one's watching. At the Home Depot, we see the potential in you because you see the potential in everything. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Progressive covers pets in our auto policy at no extra charge. Now let's see what your dog has to say.
As a dog, I think Progressive's auto pet policy is... Oh, what is that? That's just my tail. Weird. Anyway, Progressive protects... There it is again. See? This is why I need protection. I'm so distracted. Nope, that is still my tail.
Progressive Auto Insurance covers pets for up to $1,000 in a car accident at no extra charge. And we think your dog would say that's great too. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Coverage for cats and dogs included with the purchase of collision coverage and subject to policy terms.
All guests appearing on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star appear on the Buyers Barricades guest line. Buyers Barricades provides traffic control rental and sales for San Antonio and beyond. Online at buyersbarricades.com. Joe Reinagel, Jason Minix, The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix, live out at Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar, the North Star location.
Come on out and see us out here. We're going to have some folks coming out with Viva La Brawl, some of the participants that are going to participate at the Techport Center on Friday night. That'll be cool. Some of the folks from Davies Entertainment here already getting set up and getting ready to go. So, and we're going to be giving away, 3 pair of tickets?
Yes, sir.
To that event coming up on Friday night. So come on out here and see us. It's time.
And, while you're here, you can win and stick around and watch basketball tonight. Only one game tonight, Boston against Philadelphia. And again, you hope that with Joel Embiid back, can tonight be as good as what we saw last night? Now, admittedly, I was watching hockey last night. I was going back and forth between the Stars-Kraken game and the Lakers game late. That Laker game, and we've talked about this. We talked about it leading up to Anthony Davis. When that dude is on, that makes the Lakers so difficult to beat, unbeatable, hard to beat, however you want to couch it. When that guy is playing the way he is, and you look at the rest of that roster, that's a damn good basketball team. The problem with Anthony Davis is he's so freaking inconsistent.
Well, and Charles Barkley said as much. He said, if he comes and what did he say? If he's ready to play, motivated. That's what he said. It's same thing you're saying. They're a difficult team to beat. I look at that, though, and that 30-23 performance that he had last night, which is incredible stats, no doubt about it. Because, look, Golden State, hard time guarding that guy. They just don't really have anybody. But with all of that and with that performance that he had, this was still a ball game right up until the end. Well, and then you get a guy from Golden State, had his head up his behind.
Well, all right, so here's the thing. Jordan Poole took a bad shot. I don't mind Jordan Poole taking a shot. He had a hell of a game last night. He hit 6 3-pointers. But when you've got a Steph Curry, and I don't know, Klay Thompson, there's somebody else with the game on the line that I would like to take the shot. The interesting thing, and we all know how last night ended, and you could debate whether you like the shot, didn't like the shot. It doesn't matter. I don't mind him taking it. I don't like that shot. But it was Snoop Dogg, that predicted yesterday on First Take that Jordan Poole would have that moment.
We're going to be probably doubling Steph, and somebody else is going to be open. Jordan Poole, keep shooting. I like the way you've been missing, brother.
See, super Laker fan in Snoop Dogg. Although Jordan Poole had a good game. Steve Kerr defending his player, saying he didn't mind the shot. There's no way Steve Kerr liked that shot with the amount of time that was left on the clock.
10 seconds left on the clock, and it's not the shot. I'm kind of with you. Look, if Jordan Poole is left open and he's got an opportunity to hit a three-pointer, but this was a long three-point shot. And he had time. Look, Steph was double-teamed. I get that. But the ball's got to get back to Steph.
There was time for that.
There was time for that. I mean, if you got a game-tying or game-winning shot, it's got to be in Steph Curry's hands. Now, if Jordan Poole makes that shot and they still lose, and we're not even talking about this, and I get it. But at that point in the game, Steph Curry is the guy. He's got to be taking that shot, and you live with it either way.
You think about the run that Golden State had late, because they were getting worked on their home floor. And then you're sitting there going, all right, what do you – I mean, holy cow, right? Because the Lakers were playing that well. Anthony Davis did not come off the floor in the second half. Darvin Ham said, look, man, load management all season is for moments like this. And as Charles Barkley said on TNT last night, if you can get Anthony Davis playing like that night in and night out, Golden State has no answer.
Nothing they can do about it. Looney is too slow of foot. Draymond's too little. I said before the game, I said at halftime, it's going to come down, can Golden State make enough threes to offset it? Listen, Looney is a good player, but he got no foot speed trying to guard AD, and Draymond's too little. He's going to get, if he's motivated, he going to get this every game if he's motivated. Because, he ain't going to shrink. Looney's not going to get faster in 2 days. Draymond's not going to grow. So it's going to come down to, can they make enough threes?
Yeah, that's going to be it, because they tried to make enough threes last night, and I think that's the problem. Look, Golden State's going to shoot threes. Is what they do. But they are a faster-paced team than the Lakers, and if they get on pace, start running the basketball, getting up and down the floor, look, Anthony Davis, it's going to wear him out. He played, 24 straight minutes last night.
43 minutes and 50 seconds in total.
And played the entire second half. He didn't come out of the game. They play every other day. Golden State has got to pick up the pace, and Steph Curry has the ability to be a driver. He does. He's shown it. He did that in that 50-point game. Keep people off of him. You can't go in there if you're Golden State and play a half-court game with the Lakers the way they did last night.
I think about Golden State last night. They took 53 three-pointers. They made 21. They took 106 shots last night. So half of their shots were from three. And that is what they do. And when you're making them, that's great. But they don't go to the foul line, which is normal. But they were 5 of 6 from the free throw line last night. The Lakers were 25 of 29. And that's a huge gap. But when you think about the styles of play between the Lakers and the Warriors, that's not totally unexpected. Although 6, but Golden State has to figure out how not to foul. And Draymond Green almost lost it last night and got teed up. And I'm surprised he didn't get kicked out of the game last night, because even after the tee, he kept chirping.
Yeah.
And Draymond Green, the refs, the officials have zero patience for that dude. I could see him getting kicked out of a game real soon and then suspension. I still even though last night the Lakers were seemingly so dominant, I don't know why I still like Golden State to win this series.
I like Golden State to win this series, and I think they will. They've got to change up their pace of play, and I think that is a huge key, and I think Steve Kerr will do that. I think you'll see a different team come out tomorrow night, and you have to take advantage of that, and Steve Kerr knows this. He knows that LeBron is 38 years old. All right, Anthony Davis is not as good, especially defensively, if you're pushing the pace, and it frees up Steph Curry. It frees him up. If you're pushing the pace, you're running the basketball, you can't get into those half-court sets against the LA Lakers, and you've got to get to the basket. Steph Curry's got to get to the line. There's a lot of changes, positive ones to be made, but look, if you're Golden State, yeah, we got behind, but we rallied. We figured it out. We found a way to get back into this game, and, yeah, we lost it at the end. they can beat the Lakers, and I think they will.
It's interesting. And again, road team getting a win in game one. You look at tonight's matchup, Joel Embiid coming back after being crowned and officially named the MVP after 2 straight years of finishing second. He wins the trophy last night and talked about, well, it's not just an individual award.
It means everything. Obviously, to be able to even qualify and be in these type of conversations, you got to be able to win. And I've always said it, you can't win by yourself. You need everybody, all of them. I've needed them all year, and I'm going to continue to need them. Like I said, they've sacrificed a lot, for me and, for the team. You look at someone like James, you look at the performance he had last night. I'm sure he could do it every night, but, he understands, sometimes he has a different role and he's giving up a lot, Tobias, Tyrese, PJ, I can go on and on and on about, all these guys and, what they've given up. But like I said, I couldn't have done it without them. It's a team effort.
And he's back tonight.
He is back tonight. There's some controversy with that, too. I think it was Stephen A. On ESPN said he's not sure why they would rush Embiid back for game 2 because they have the luxury of already winning game 1. I see that point of it, but at the same time, if Embiid says he's ready to go, he's been cleared, then he's got to be on the floor. He's the MVP, and, boy, I tell you what, you talk about a stranglehold. If somehow Philadelphia can get another win tonight and leave Boston 2-0, they're in pretty good shape.
Yeah, they are going to be in pretty good shape. The post-spring football, college football power rankings are out from ESPN. They're top 25 post-spring practice. UTSA cracks that top 25. We'll tell you where as we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. If you are having any issues at your house with your plumbing, your heating, your AC, there is one company to call, and that is Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heating, and AC, 210-651-5899. At Quarter Moon, they are experts at worst-case scenarios, big job, small job, residential, or commercial. Their service trucks are fully stocked, and they have all the equipment needed for any job. They do not have commission sales reps. They'll provide estimates and second opinions, and they have a great experienced staff that has earned an A-plus ranking with the Better Business Bureau. And at Quarter Moon, they green. 210-651-5899 is the phone number. 651-5899 or online at quartermoonplumbing.com.
If you missed R&R in the morning, then you missed this.
You don't want a light in your porta potty? I'm just saying, anybody ever look down into that blue hole of horrors? Or the last thing I need is a spotlight shining down on that swamp pit. Your shoe floating in there. How did a shoe get in
I'm
there?
going to tell you something. You are a different cat. Like, I give you credit. If you can drop a deuce at Fiesta, you're a different type of cat. Bro, I will leave.
It has happened. But when it does happen, it is.
What are you doing?
Well, it's an emergency. It's not like I had time to decide.
Man, I've clenched as hard as possible. I'm not dropping a deuce. There's porta potties, and then there's Fiesta porta potties. There will be no deuce dropping at Fiesta porta potties.
It's an absolute emergency. It's that or
what do you have? 3 buttons?
Wake up with Robin Rudy. Mornings 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi, I'm attorney Steve Benke. If you've made the decision to divorce, you need an experienced attorney who can help. I've helped many people get through divorce, custody, child support, and alimony problems. Call me. I'm attorney Steve Benke.
210-DIVORCE or go to BenkeLaw.com.
Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar is San Antonio's home for all things sports, drinks, and games. Slacker's Medical Center now brings you Throwback Night. Every Friday night, visit Slacker's Medical Center for old school jams and giveaways starting at 9 p.m. Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar, 5 area locations: North Star, Nacogdoches, Medical Center, St. Mary Strip, and now Thousand Oaks. 7 days a week happy hour, sports on all HD screens, and plenty of arcade games. Slackers, San Antonio's home for all things sports, drinks, and games.
Smoker's Paradise, your premium smoke shop. Fully stocked to shop everything you need for your smoking needs under one roof. Vaporizers, disposable e-cigarettes, hookah accessories, water pipes, cigars, and more. With 13 area locations, including the newest location at Callahan and I-10. Visit smokersparadise.com. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. And in the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. Timeshare is the only thing that you can buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. The crazy thing is, this never ends. Even when you die, your family's now going to be stuck with this burden. Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. 800-497-9090. That's 800-497-9090. 800-497-9090.
For the ones finding new ways to ensure the job always gets done. For the ones wearing many hats. For the ones who are hands-on, even from far away. And the ones keeping business moving forward. We are Grainger, offering professional-grade industrial supplies, plus real-time product availability and access to experts ready to answer your toughest questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When you hear it's Spring Black Friday at the Home Depot and Ryobi 40-volt expanded cordless string trimmers are just $179, what are you driven to do? Clear out winter's overgrowth? Clean up the driveway lines? Or take a lighter touch around the flower beds? Hurry into the Home Depot during Spring Black Friday to get more done with the extended runtime and precision control of the Ryobi 40-volt expanded cordless string trimmer. Now just $179. Shop Spring Black Friday savings at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
The XFL Championship game is here. In a league of dreams and opportunities, there's only one chance to be a champion. The road to the XFL Championship ends in San Antonio. The best of the North versus the best of the South. The DC Defenders versus the Arlington Renegades. Who will emerge the winner? The 2023 XFL Championship game, Saturday, May 13th at 7 p.m. at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio. Defenders versus Renegades. XFL history will be made. Tickets are on sale now, starting at $25. Visit xfl.com/tickets.
Shine Down. The Revolution's live tour continues. October 9th, Freeman Coliseum. With very special guests, Papa Roach and Spirit Box. On sale Friday 5th.com. Don't miss Shine Down live.
Cowboys are on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. We are live out at Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar, North Star location. Got some fighters with us for Viva La Brawl coming up Friday night out at the Techport Center. Davies Entertainment putting on the big fights coming up. We got fighters here, so it's going to be a whole lot of fun. And we've got 3 pair of tickets that we're going to give away as well. And Cameron Davies, the man himself, is here.
He's here, and they're ready. And I'm talking to one of the fighters, and they're talking about, tomorrow's weigh-in.
Uh-oh.
So they're trying to make weight, and this is probably the hardest part of the whole thing. So he just got a bottle of water, and he said, I'm just drinking water all day. So, I can lose that pretty easily. But he's you think about that. That's going to be tough.
What?
Losing weight.
Well, yeah. I mean, trust me. I know.
Well, yeah, so do I.
I mean, that's Rudy J. He's done a good job of it.
He has. But these guys have to hit the scale tomorrow. He says he's got to get to 147. Now, I'm looking at him. He looks like he's less than 147 to me. I mean, I don't know, but I mean, that's what he looks like. So I don't know, but
I think he's about 153.
You think so?
I'm going to go 153.
He may have to shave the beard, though.
He'll keep
drinking water,
yeah,
right?
Drinking water.
So he may have to lose the beard. I mean, if it comes down to a couple of, half a pound or something, he may have to shave real quick, right?
Nah, You take a little something and go sit down for a few minutes, and then you come back to the scale.
Yeah.
I mean,
nice suppository, right? Right up the old kazoo, baby, and there it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on, Ryan Eagle.
Well, I'm just saying, man.
You seemed a little too excited about that. The idea, if you're watching on YouTube, you saw some motion, the facial expression as if it was going there.
Yeah, just right up there, baby. Right up the gut. Or the just, you know what I'm saying. Substitute the G for a B, and you got it. I do feel sorry for these guys, though. That's tough, man, to make that. I'm not sure. Somebody playing a kazoo? What the hell was that?
That was what Pledger does at night. He just recorded himself. He's a multi-talented guy. And he's not using his mouth to get that kazoo.
No, he's not.
Good Lord.
Oh, my goodness. Where were we?
Well, we're still at Slackers.
Yes, we are.
I'm just trying to figure out how do I transition from that to UTSA football, and there's just no way to do it, is there?
Well, no, there's not. You just got to go for it. Jump right in with both feet.
And Jeff Traylor did exactly that when he got the job, and how quickly Jeff Traylor has turned around this UTSA football team. It wasn't that long ago that we were celebrating and getting excited about UTSA football receiving votes in the top 25. And then when they made the poll, and then they made both polls, right? I mean, that wasn't that long ago. There is ESPN's post-spring college football practice top 25 that was released today. Georgia's number 1, Michigan's number 2. The Texas Longhorns are number 10. TCU is at 16. Sonny Dykes, by the way, going to be in town next week, speaking at the quarterback club.
He is.
Texas Tech at number 20. At number 23, your UTSA Roadrunners.
That's impressive, and I'm happy for them that they're getting that. And, I think about Jeff Traylor and what he would say. It's like, happy about it, but we got to go on the field and prove it.
Well,
and they do.
And you're right, they do. But when you think about A&M is not on this list.
It's not.
And I mean, just the way this graphic tweeted it, you can see what I tweeted at Jason Minix, at Joe Reinigle 210. I mean, 21-25, North Carolina, Ole Miss, UTSA, Kentucky, Wisconsin. To just see that UTSA logo in a graphic, the top 25, with the likes of a Notre Dame at 13. Tennessee is at 11. They play at Tennessee this year. Alabama at number 6. LSU at number 7. Penn State at number 8. Clemson at 9. And UTSA is in that group, right? They've made it, right? I mean, it wasn't that long ago that, UTSA was trying to earn fan support, trying to feel like they belong. They do. They have made that. Just to be on the radar to make this top 25 is impressive. How quickly Jeff Traylor has been able to turn this thing around.
I think it's great. And, of course, they lose Zachary Franklin to the transfer portal, one of their wide receivers, one of their best. And this article, this write-up from ESPN takes that into consideration, but still gives them that 23 ranking, which is kind of cool for them because, look, they're loaded. And they've got a quarterback who's, 42?
Yeah, 7-year senior. Frank Harris. He
Love you,
literally,
Frank. I know you're not that old.
Is in his 7th year.
He is in his 7th year, so that makes a huge difference. Obviously, when you've got a quarterback with that much experience in this program, that's a huge advantage. There's no question about it. They've still got some good quality wide receivers, and they're loaded. They really do have a lot of talent on that football team. So I'm glad they're getting the national recognition that they're getting. I'm sorry that Zachary Franklin went for the money and hit the transfer portal. I really hate the fact that happened, but it did, and we'll see what happens from here on out.
But when you look at UTSA, they're not sneaking up on anybody anymore, and the expectation is now there that when you look at top 25s, you're going to see that Roadrunner logo. Kind of like not seeing A&M. That's a little surprising. I think we're at the point with UTSA football when they're not in it. That's a bigger surprise than when they do make it. It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star, live out at Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar, the North Star location, which is on Rector right behind North Star Mall. Easy exit San Pedro, take a left on Rector, and you can come join us. Your chance to win tickets to Viva La Brawl, which is happening Friday night out at the Techport Center. After this quick Sports Center update, Micah Parsons is adding weight and changing positions. We'll explain as we continue here on the Blitz.
This is the Blitz with Jason and Joe. KTFM Floresville and always at ESPNSA.com. San Antonio's Sports Center.
The MVP, Joel Embiid, set to make his return tonight with the Sixers trying to take a 2-0 lead in their series against the Boston Celtics. You can hear that game right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star beginning at 6:30. Bad news for Phoenix, though. Chris Paul expected to miss at least a week with that groin issue. Suns trailed the Denver Nuggets 2-0 in that best of 7. Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes' brother has been arrested.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the 3rd time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix, live out at Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar, Davies Entertainment's Viva La Brawl happening on Friday at the Techport Center. We got some fighters here. Cameron Davies is here. We've got tickets that we're giving away. All you got to do is come by and register for those tickets for your chance to win.
And I know it's 5 o'clock. People getting off work. You need to head over here, get in your car, point it in the direction of Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar, the North Star location, and come party with us and see some of these fighters, and you get a chance to talk to them. And I find it fascinating when I talk to them. We talked a little bit about these guys having to make weight and some of the stuff that they have to deal with as they prepare for a fight. And it's fascinating. So you've got that opportunity to come in here and talk to them, meet them, ask them some questions, and just have some fun with us.
And again, you think about it, you talk to them, you realize how nice they are, and then you're going to just see them just kick ass.
Exactly.
It's a different side when they're in that ring on Friday. So Micah Parsons makes the news today, and we want to get your opinions on this. On Twitter, at Joe Reinagel 2-0. You can tweet at me at Jason Minix. You can dial up or text the Kia Bossa Smoke Meats phone lines, 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Or if you're watching on YouTube Live, you can always comment there, whether it's on the topic that we're having or James Pledger eating on camera and what that actually looks like. It's I was going to say it could be pay-per-view, but nobody would pay to watch that.
Well, if you could catch him not eating on camera, that would be better.
That's true. Although watching Pledger eat makes you want to look away. He's not a pretty eater.
You want me to respond to that?
No, I thought Pledger was.
Oh.
But we'll move on.
I'm not.
Micah Parsons is in Austin adding weight.
Yes.
Not a lot of weight. He wants to add about 8 to 10 pounds of muscle is what it sounds like. But the bigger news that is coming out per Micah is he is going to full-time edge rusher. Is that good or is that bad in your mind? 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776.
Look, I don't like it. Just on the face of it right now. He's going to put on some weight, albeit he says in a tweet it's not going to be that much weight. He's not, going to be a big 270-pound guy. But I think the beauty of Micah Parsons is his quickness. And I don't want him to lose any of that. Now, I know other linebackers have made that transition and done very well with it. Micah Parsons probably will too. I would just really like to, and I can't wait to talk to somebody from the Cowboys, whether it's Stephen Jones or Dan Quinn or even Mike McCarthy, and get their thoughts and how they're going to use Micah and why they felt the need to do this at this point in time. It scares me a little bit when it comes to Micah Parsons. I'll be honest with you.
Well, and I know, and I think it's fair to say you fear all things that are changed.
Not necessarily.
And different. And again, and I think when I first saw it, I was like, a little lukewarm on what I was reading. But Micah Parsons is the one that tweeted out the weight that he's trying to add. And 8 to 10 pounds of muscle likely doesn't change his speed. That won't have an effect on speed. What I do like about the idea of edge rusher for Micah Parsons is he's not spending a lot of energy chasing running backs and slot receivers in coverage. If 100% of Micah Parsons is see quarterback, get quarterback, I think the results will be there. Think about, and look, this happens to every defensive guy. You're a second, a half second, a step behind. Boy, you just got this close to blowing up the quarterback. And getting a little bit stronger, does that get him by a left tackle a little bit or a right tackle a little bit faster? You shed the chip block from the running back a little bit easier. I can see the positives there because for the most part, I think he was primarily an edge rusher anyway that would drop into coverage. And what we hated, you think about the Philadelphia game. I think about the Tampa Bay game where he's on a knee in a crucial situation, trying to get some oxygen and get some energy on the sideline and not on the field late in the game.
Well, I mean, that's McCarthy or Dan Quinn's problem, isn't it? I mean, it's kind of like, Anthony Davis playing the entire second half last night. And the good news about the NFL is there's no load management, thank God.
Yes.
So, look, I mean, you've got to weigh that kind of stuff. I don't think him adding weight would make a difference in his, his cardio and how he's gassed at the end of a game. I'm not sure that that's going to make that big a difference. Will it help him get around one of the big fat guys on the offensive line? Maybe so. Maybe that helps a little bit. It just scares me. And look, change, I'm not opposed to everything that changed. But when you've got a guy that has been as successful as Micah Parsons has been, why do you mess with success? It's all a golfer that goes out and shoots 65 wants to go change his grip. I mean, why? Why mess with success? Well, it scares me a little bit. I'll be honest.
I mean, you're trying to you're messing with success. You're trying to make what you're doing better. And I think going to edge rusher, if he's not dropping back in coverage, he's not spending that energy there. So maybe he won't be as gassed late in games. And again, I think about, maybe Jabril Cox has gotten to a point where they can trust him to be out there a little bit more at linebacker. The Nashawn Wright, the
Damone Clark, right?
Yeah, Damone Clark. And Overshawn. I mean, Dorrance Armstrong. I mean, they've got some guys. They got a lot of bodies. I just want to see, passing situations, we know he's going to be going after the quarterback. Now in non-passing situations, what is he going to be doing? That's kind of the key that you're looking at. Again, a lot of trust in Dan Quinn. And when he was drafted, there was some questions. Is he a linebacker, an edge rusher? Well, he's not big enough to be a full-time edge rusher. Maybe now they're trying to make him that. The business side, you wonder if Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones are excited about this, because his contract is coming up. So if he's full-time edge rusher, he's going to make a lot more money than he would be making if he were a linebacker when you think about the position pay scale.
I get the feeling that Micah Parsons obviously wants to get paid, but I don't think he's doing that for that reason.
No, but
look, I don't know. I don't know why you mess with success. And not to mention the fact, Jason, that they just drafted 2 edge rushers back to back. The kid from Texas and then the other kid from San Jose State. Back to back, you draft edge rushers. And so I'd like to find out. I would love to be able to talk to McCarthy or somebody about what's going on. What's the plan? I mean, you got all these edge rushers. Is that for depth? Are some of these guys you think are maybe not going to make the club? I mean, I don't know. It just seems like overkill to me at this point in time.
I mean, I think Overshawn will play more linebacker as opposed to edge rusher at the NFL level. Fehoko, I mean, you got D-Law is who's going to be on the other side of
Plus
D-Law,
you got
right?
Sam Williams.
And you got Sam Williams, right? Again, fresh bodies, constantly rotating in and out. That is what Dan Quinn continues to do, and you could see more of it. Always having fresh bodies out there. What do you guys think? 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Let's go to those Kielbasa Smoke Meats phone lines. T, you are on the Blitz. Apparently you're not. T is hung up. All right. Oh, great call, T. Appreciate it.
Thanks, T. That's awesome. Get out here to Slackers and come see us.
Yeah.
Look, everybody listening knows you're an arm of the Cowboys PR staff.
Shut up.
I'm just saying. So everything's rose. Everything that the Cowboys do is exactly the way it should be, and that's just perfect.
Never heard me say that. And when you have stepped in it, that's your defense when you want to tell me that I'm wrong, right?
So is there nobody else out there that has the concerns like me? Everybody is just on board with Micah Parsons going full-time defensive end. I'm curious. I would really like to know. And if that's the case, then all right, I'll admit it must be a good thing and move on. But at this point, I just don't know why you mess with success.
It's May, and I want to see what it's like on the field. When we get out to Oxnard, we see it in training camp. When we hear Dan Quinn talking about it, and again, you and I, when we first saw the article earlier today, and we thought he was bulking up to go edge rusher, we had the same conversation because, what is he, about 240, 245 right now? And he wants to go no higher than 255.
Which tells me he's probably caught a lot of people saying, hey, dude, what are you doing?
Well, because when you first see it, your reaction is there, and certainly warranted. You think about 260, 270, and nobody, I would not want to see Micah Parsons go that route by any stretch. But 6'8", 10 pounds of muscle on a guy like Micah Parsons, which tells me he's working out a lot more. He's probably eating better. Some of that baby fat and poor diet, and he's talked about that. It tells me that to being a pro and taking care of your body has hit him, that this is what he needs to do, and adding a little bit of muscle isn't that bad of a deal. We generally don't go back to a guy that's hung up, but is T back on the line, Pledge? Oh, that's just my text telling me again that he's there. Hi. Oh, I almost went back to him because I thought.
Well, we must have convinced T, one of us, that exactly how he felt.
I did.
He's on board with me. I get you, T.
T agrees with me. T agrees.
I hope it works out. I like Micah Parsons. I really do. And I just wanted, I want to see him to continue to succeed. And if this is what they think they need to do, we'll see what happens. Obviously, in football and in all professional sports, when you put a plan in place, you say, well, is it going to be successful? Only time will tell.
Only time will tell. But, man, that Cowboys defense has gotten – I mean, remember when it was, boy, the Cowboys better score 30 points a game to have a chance.
Yeah.
We talked about this yesterday with Will McClay. The way they helped Dak Prescott and the offense in this draft was making an already good defense that much better. And you think about, like now we're looking at, third string guys going, well, how's that guy going to play? I mean, the defense that the Cowboys have put together and what Dan Quinn has been able to do with that defense is impressive. That gets me excited. And again, Micah Parsons isn't doing this without the direction of the Dallas Cowboys. So they must be on board with what they're doing.
You're absolutely right. That's why I would love to talk with Dan Quinn, have an opportunity, or Mike McCarthy, and say, what is the plan? Not that they would give it to us, but I'm just saying it's like, there's got to be a reason and what they're thinking. And it's going to be fascinating to see that once we get to Oxnard and see exactly how they're putting all of that into place.
If you're planning ahead, July 30th will be in Oxnard.
Yeah.
Cannot wait.
Looking forward to that.
The beach house that we got this year.
It's incredible.
I cannot wait.
Incredible. Yeah, looking forward to that. It's a lot of fun in Oxnard, covering the Cowboys and getting to know everybody and seeing what's happening.
Work. It's all work. All work at the beach house training camp. And we mentioned July 30th.
July 30th, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bags are packed.
Mm-hmm. They're not.
No. But they will be.
He'll pack on the morning.
July 29th.
Or the 30th. Maybe the 31st. Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know. Let's talk about the NBA. One game on tap for tonight. Incredible basketball last night with what the Lakers were able to do against the Golden State Warriors. We'll dive into that as we continue here on the Blitz. Now, nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested, you want to get out of jail fast, the best way to do that is to call my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. You can text the word bail to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds because nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, have a free shuttle service. They're discreet and confidential and open 24/7, offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. So if you're up in Corpus, down in Corpus, up in Dallas, anywhere in between, license number 149. Call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
It's R&R in the morning. Tomorrow at 6.
On R&R in the morning. Who won between the Boston Celtics and the 76ers? And we get you ready for Game 2, Warriors-Lakers.
We'll talk MVP of the NBA, not just regular season. Embiid holds one. Who might get the other? Party starts at 6.
R&R in the morning. Tomorrow at 6 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Chris Canepa with Connecticut. Connecticut, pure coincidence, but kind of cool, don't you think? I get hit with quirky quandaries and questionable catastrophes dealing with hard water calamities all the time. But I feel like King Canepa of Connecticut when I read the kind reviews from the Connecticut clients that love their Connecticut water system and no longer live in hard water calamity. Facts are, if you want to keep your appliances kicking and your kitchen clean and your skin kissable, your hair home protected from crazy hard water crud, call me, Chris Canepa of Connecticut. For this month, you can save a caboodle of cash. We're closing out all of our current Connecticut models to make room for the new models, which means now is the absolute best time to save money on a Connecticut home water softener for your home. Schedule your free, no-obligation water analysis at 656 Pure or online at ConnecticutSA.com. Connecticut, 656 Pure.
The last water softener you'll ever own. ConnecticutSA.com.
Davies Entertainment, Viva La Brawl, coming to the Techport Arena May 5th, and we have your chance to win your way in. Join the Blitz live today at Slackers North Star from 3 to 7. Meet and greet with Viva La Brawl fighters Brown Navarez, Brittany Ordonis, and Eddie Ortiz. Happy hour specials and your chance to win free tickets to Viva La Brawl on Cinco de Mayo at the Techport Arena. That's today at Slackers North Star with the Sports Star and Davies Entertainment crew starting at 3.
Guys, stop what you're doing. Give me a few seconds of your time and let me give you a piece of advice that will change your love life forever. Have you noticed you've been losing a little pep in your step? Has your lady friend asked you, is everything okay? Do you find yourself having trouble rising for the occasion? Do you stress out before that special moment and wonder, is it going to work? Guys, I'm going to let you in on a big secret. You don't ever have to worry again. The Mojo Meal Enhancement Formula has you covered. Mojo is the 100% guaranteed meal enhancement formula that guarantees lasting success, if you know what I mean. The Mojo Meal Enhancement Formula is safe, natural, and effective every single time, guaranteed. Mojo is available in a fast-acting spray and a quick-action capsule. Do yourself and her a favor and call Pure Line Nutrition in San Antonio today. They'll get you set up for success. Call 210-494-2210. That number again is 210-494-2210. Mojo Meal Enhancement, only available at Pure Line Nutrition.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Tomorrow on R&R in the morning, the playoffs continue. Who is the MVP of the playoffs so far? We'll talk about that. Of course, the NFL continues to gather talent. Now back to the Blitz live from Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar. Say hello to some boxers for me, guys.
We will certainly do that, Rob Thompson. It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jay Simonix. Aerosmith. They are coming to the AT&T Center November 1st with the Black Crowes. It's another one of their farewell tours. If you want to go, this be caller number 11 right now, 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Caller 11, you'll win a pair of tickets to see Aerosmith at the AT&T Center. If you don't win them, you can buy them at livenation.com.
So if you don't win the Aerosmith tickets, or even if you do, get out here to Slackers, the North Star location, because we're going to give away pairs of tickets to Viva La Brawl happening Friday night at the Tech Board Center. In fact, we've got a bunch of folks from Davies Entertainment here. We've got some boxers here. Come on out and party with us. Work's over. Head out here. It's 5 o'clock.
Yeah, it's 5:21, actually.
5:21. You need to be here right now.
And you can meet the great Rudy J.
The great Rudy J.
You know, it's interesting because Rudy J is going to be the big ring announcer on Friday night at the Techport Center. And he hasn't said yet what he is going to wear. But if you know Rudy J, I mean, right now he's looking at, but for, when it's a big event, Rudy J is going to dress up. Now, his wife is like big into the fashion world. So really, I'm not worried about what Rudy's going to wear. I'm trying to figure out how Anna is going to dress Rudy on Friday night.
Well, if you're a ring announcer, I mean, you got to wear a tuxedo, don't you? I mean, you got to get in the penguin suit and get the pipes warmed up and ready to roll. So
Rudy is not going to wear a tuxedo.
He's not?
I don't think Rudy's going to wear a tuxedo. I mean, Anna hasn't told him what he's wearing yet. I mean, because it's whatever Anna dresses him in. Sit on the bus at Chicken Motion, he'll be able to get that. It'll be interesting. Is Rudy's giving us the look?
Yeah, he is. See, he doesn't know what he's going to wear yet. You're right about that. Anna hasn't told him what he's going to wear yet.
No, so. Rudy. I mean, or he's keeping it for a surprise. I mean, the idea of what Rudy is going to wear on Friday night for this event.
So is that like he's going to have
question of the day?
So he's going to have like a coming out, so to speak, when he rolls out there. You just don't know what he's going to wear.
I already have something.
Oh, what do you?
What is it?
I can't. Hey, man, you got to show. You got to come out to. You got to come out to the fight.
Should we give the microphone to Anna so we can figure out how she's going to dress you on Friday?
I'm not wearing nothing special. Nice little suit. Nice little suit.
Bull.
For real.
Suit? Tuxedo? Yeah. You going to have a tie on?
No. Just a nice suit, bro. I'm going to look nice. You know me, I'm drippy.
Uh-huh.
I told you this.
But you've done so much. Like all these guys over here have to make weight tomorrow. You've already made weight. I'm kind of curious if you're going to go where you can show off all the work that you've been putting in.
Am I wearing? I mean, yes. It's
Are you going to be shirtless?
It's fitted.
Are you going to be shirtless?
Hell no. That was
Dude, I hope not. Jeez, I know he's lost a lot of weight, but who the hell wants to see that?
That was Brown. Brown was trying to get me to wear no shirt and ride in on a horse.
Well, see, I've heard some things. I'm curious how far you're going to take this. I know you're not getting anywhere near a farm animal.
No,
right?
I'm already half man, half horse.
That's not true.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know that's not true.
So, yeah, well, the upper part is horse.
Nobody wants to know about the miniature pony.
What's up, fellas? So, reverse sear, I've heard, is not the way to go.
Oh, who's told you that?
Rob. Rob said it's a waste of time.
Right. Well, see, Rob's full of it. He's the one that taught me how to do reverse sear because you get the good crust on your steak.
Yeah, he was like, it's an hour too long.
An hour?
He said it takes an hour to reverse sear.
No, it doesn't.
That's what he said.
I know better than that.
We had this conversation when you're still in the bed.
What does that mean?
Meaning you would have already, responded to.
Oh, well, because I only hear your 9 o'clock hour.
Yeah,
is that what you're saying?
You only hear the 9 o'clock hour, if that.
Well, I mean, the 9 o'clock hour is fantastic. I don't know about the 6 or the 7, right?
6 o'clock, dude, we're still asleep.
Sounds like the 9 o'clock. But
especially this Lakers-Warriors series, we're still asleep at 6 o'clock.
Well, that's why you got a can of Red Bull with you.
Exactly.
I mean,
tired.
Dude, I mean, in that game last night.
It was great. Well, which one? The Stars and Kraken?
Well, both of them. Were you watching any of it? I noticed you didn't
don't need to watch. I got you.
I noticed in the group text you did not respond to any of the hockey
what? And this is
comments.
what I say. Is Pledge doing the show today?
Yes.
He is.
So I got to give Pledge props for not letting Big Brother watch the game on his own. He's been making sure he watches it with you, and I got to give him credit for that.
I'm just surprised Pledge hasn't showed up at the house to watch the game.
You haven't invited him.
I don't ever invite him. He just shows up.
Oh, well, and I also heard Pledge got some kolaches from a listener. He didn't share them.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
Told.
Yeah.
I've been told Pledge got some kolaches. I didn't get any. He didn't share any.
You wouldn't have eaten the bread.
You can't eat them anyway.
I wouldn't have ate it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have
ate it. That would have been a wasted kolache, but I imagine Rob Thompson's pretty upset about
Okay,
that.
Rudy, that exhausts the hockey talk on this show.
Yeah, that's it for the
It's
hockey
over.
Talk.
All right, yeah, we got about 30 seconds, so that's good.
Yeah, Kalachi plays left wing for the Stars.
Yeah, Kalachi is we can talk Kalachis all you want.
Yeah, we can talk about the kolaches.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm fine with that, man.
But
we used your whole appreciate y'all. Good interview with McClay.
Dude, he was great.
We used the whole thing.
Good. Thank you.
He was great. When
He gives you a little bit more than Steven.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he don't like Mel Kiper.
No.
I was like, damn. That seemed a bit harsh. And then he talked about Mel not knowing what he knows, and then us people sitting on the couch.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, oh, sorry.
Well, it's his job.
I was like, sorry.
I mean, when you get a draft grade of a C, you kind of.
They gave him a C. Well, it depends on where you look.
Well, see, that's it.
Pete Briscoe gave him an A.
The Cowboys' draft grades were anywhere from an A to a C. But I imagine if you're Will McClay and you see somebody give you a C, that's like saying your baby's ugly, right?
Wow. Damn.
Well, I mean, that's why he doesn't. But we're all grading, not knowing the information that they have or how they created their board, and everybody does it that way.
The second round pick was horrible. Okay, it was horrible.
I mean, if you were going to take him, why not take Mayer in the first?
No. Look, I get Mozzie Smith, but why do you take a tight end there? I don't get it. Especially this guy who did absolutely nothing in Michigan.
A little bit.
The guy caught a couple of passes and maybe blocked somebody.
He did enough to be a second round pick.
Well, that's what I'm saying. By nobody else but the Dallas Cowboys. They were the kid. You could have picked him in the 4th round.
Oh, please.
Yeah,
they had the offensive.
They reached on that one.
They had the offensive lineman for Florida still available. The Osiris guy.
Yeah.
So why? I don't understand why you take a tight end there. I do too.
I like Fehoko. I forgot third. Who's third? Good Fehoko.
Kid from Texas, Overshawn.
Yeah. I mean, how do you forget the Longhorn?
They're easily forgotten.
Well, I hope you don't say that about the running back the Bears picked up from UT. What was his name? I forgot. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, Greg Shelton.
You get your mic turned off. But Overshown, man, maybe Zachary Franklin will go help y'all out.
It
wouldn't be a bad pickup.
Well, he'd be a
probably got 100,000 for him.
He'd be a very good pickup for the Longhorns, although I have a feeling he's going to end up back home in the DFW area.
SMU?
They got a lot of money. So does TCU. I could see him. I don't know.
I saw him on Instagram back in Dallas. Now, I know he lives there, but I did see him on Instagram in Dallas.
Yeah, that's where he's from.
I wish he'd just have the guts to tell us where he's going and who he wanted UTSA to match with.
Well, he's got to get the check first. Then we'll find out.
I mean, if you're going to leave, at least say, hey, this is why I'm leaving, and this is what I'm making.
Yeah,
why
it sounds like he gave them until Friday to match, and they didn't.
Well,
that's what it sounded like.
They could.
There's a deadline of when the portal closes, and we waited for that window to come close to being closed. Apparently, UTSA had an opportunity to go find some NIL money close to what he's going to get wherever he's going. But, not that he could be recruited and promised something, because that would be illegal. That would be illegal. And, nothing in college football is ever.
Even though the Longhorns can say, by the way, if you play offensive line here, there's a $50,000 waiting for you. How's that legal?
Well, if you're on scholarship, you get 50. I mean, that's
cheap.
That's supposed to be for school, though, right?
Well, what the illegal part is, it's to pay your phone bill and take your girlfriend on a date, maybe buy a car, right? The illegal part is for somebody to offer as a car. If you hit the portal, we're going to give you this to come here.
Yeah, that's dirty.
But obviously that's what happened. If he's giving UTSA a chance to match, what do they got to match? It's like, well, you have to guess.
Well, exactly. Yeah, here's a range.
Yeah.
Here's a range. It's the new way of college football. I don't think anybody is a fan of it, but get used to it.
Why aren't y'all drinking?
Because we're working.
We're working.
We're working.
Is it really an FCC law?
I don't know.
Yes. And it's our company law.
Oh,
so a beer on the air isn't worth my job. So I'll wait till 6:30 when we're done.
Maybe a tequila and Red Bull. That's different.
Yeah, I needed this Red Bull.
My buddy Naylor, who's a Michigan fan, says Shoemaker sucks. Wasted number 2 pick.
It's exactly right. I don't even know. To me, that was the worst pick that the Cowboys made. Everybody else, all right, I can see. But that was horrible. And to take that guy at number 2 was just a waste.
I can't wait till he gets a gold jacket and we play this tape back.
Gold jacket.
I'm not a fan of that either.
Was he going to work? Was he going to work in a strip club?
I mean, he might. He might.
Is that the gold jacket?
What's the real estate company? Is it Century 21?
Century 21.
Is that still a thing? Are they still around? Century 21?
Those are people that used to show up to your door with $1 million.
Oh yeah, the publishers.
People. Is Century 21 still a real estate company?
Yes, they are.
Gotta be, bro.
Yes, they are.
That's long old money. They don't go nowhere. You trying to find one of your 117 lives? You find it?
Yeah. I'm good. I'm good. You all right? Where are you going? Oh, you're going to go drink. You want to go there? We're going to talk about reverse Siri. I was going to talk basketball with you because I know you have some thoughts on Jordan Poole. We'll get into that as we continue here on the Blitz live out at Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar, the North Star location. You can meet Rudy J. You can meet the fighters, everybody from Davies Entertainment that's out here. If you're shopping for a new vehicle, you need to go see my friends at Ancira Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram Truck, part of the Ancira I-10 Auto Complex. Very easy for me to tell you about and recommend Ancira because I am a long-time Ancira customer, and it's because of their great customer service before the sale. That great customer service is why Ancira has been a top family-run dealership in San Antonio for decades. And you know Price made Ancira number one. Price keeps Ancira number one. So think Ancira. Ancira Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram Truck, part of the Ancira I-10 Auto Complex on I-10 West between Wurzbach and Huebner.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Cowboys linebacker Micah Parsons is changing positions. That's right. That's why he's not going to participate in any offseason workouts. He's in Austin putting on weight. Tweeted out today that he's adding what he calls good weight to carry the load. Joel Embiid making his return tonight. Sixers trying to take a commanding 2-0 lead against the Boston Celtics. Chris Paul expected to miss at least a week with his groin issue. The Blitz continues next.
The greatest American rock and roll band in history, Aerosmith, present Peace Out, the Farewell Tour. Aerosmith, with special guest the Black Crowes.
Little thing, let me light your candle, calls the mama, I'm sure
AT&T Center, November 1st. Get tickets this Friday at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. Aerosmith with the Black Crowes, the farewell tour. Peace out. The XFL Championship game is here. In a league of dreams and opportunities, there's only one chance to be a champion. The road to the XFL Championship ends in San Antonio. The best of the North versus the best of the South. The DC Defenders versus the Arlington Renegades. Who will emerge the winner? The 2023 XFL Championship game, Saturday, May 13th at 7 p.m. at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio. Defenders versus Renegades. XFL history will be made. Tickets are on sale now, starting at $25. Visit xfl.com/tickets.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax, they know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Ad paid for by the Sentinel Group. Attention veterans, active duty military, civilians, and contractors. If you were issued earplugs between 1999 and 2015 and were diagnosed with hearing loss or ringing in the ears, you may be entitled to compensation. The manufacturer of these military earplugs recently paid $9.1 million to resolve claims that their earplugs were defective, potentially exposing service members to damaging sound levels that could have resulted in hearing loss or tinnitus. If you or a loved one were issued earplugs and were diagnosed with tinnitus or hearing loss, don't wait. You fought for this country, and our attorneys want to fight for you. Call 800-789-4407 now for a free legal consultation and to see if you may be eligible to file a claim. Time restrictions may apply, and you pay nothing unless there's a recovery in your favor. So call 800-789-4407 now. Again, 800-789-4407. That's 800-789-4407.
Finding great people to hire can be like trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Their powerful matching technology delivers so many qualified candidates, it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. For less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
This is an important notice to consumers facing $10,000 or more in credit card debt, medical bills, or other unsecured debt. You may not be required to pay it all back because there are special programs that will significantly reduce the amount you owe if you qualify. Accredited Debt Relief has helped qualify consumers with over $1 billion in debt. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. For this free information, call 800-458-8822. 800-458-8822.
To every woman with a will and a workbench, every mom with a miter saw she's not afraid to use, every daughter with a drill and nail guns together, the ones who are welding the gap, the same ones who DIY like no one's watching. At the Home Depot, we see the potential in you because you see the potential in everything. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Progressive covers pets in our auto policy at no extra charge. Now, let's see what your dog has to say.
As a dog, I think Progressive's auto pet policy is... Oh, what is that? That's just my tail. Weird. Anyway, Progressive protects... There it is again. See? This is why I need protection. I'm so distracted. Nope, that is still my tail.
Progressive Auto Insurance covers pets for up to $1,000 in a car accident at no extra charge. And we think your dog would say that's great, too. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Coverage for cats and dogs included with the purchase of collision coverage and subject to policy terms.
Ribs, burgers, chicken. Submit what you grilled or smoked, and you could win a $50 gift card from Tri-County Meat Market.
So good and tasty?
Grilling with a Blitz. Joe Reinagel, Jason Minix, The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is The Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix, live out at Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar, the North Star location, which is on Rector behind North Star Mall. We're out here with our friends from Davies Entertainment. They've got Viva La Brawl coming up Friday night at the Techport Center. You come by Slackers, you can meet some fighters, and you could possibly win some tickets to the fights on Friday night.
Yeah, what do we have? 3 pair to give away,
Yes, sir.
So 3 pair of tickets. So come on out here, and it's going to be a lot of fun, man. Boxing is in my mind, is still king. I like boxing much better than anything else, and so I'm looking forward to heading out Friday night to the Techport Center, which, by the way, we'll be broadcasting the show live out there.
We will be out there Friday at the Techport Center. That's always a lot of fun. And, again, fight night is always a great night. So is $2 Tuesdays out at the Wolf with the San Antonio Missions. They take on the Corpus Christi Hooks on Tuesday, May 9th. $2 Tuesday. We've got a 4-pack of tickets and a parking pass we'll give away right now to caller number 7 at 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Caller 7, those tickets are yours. You think about the NBA last night. There is a game tonight, and you can listen to it here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star, and it's a big game.
Yep.
Embiid is back, but hard not. I don't know, the excitement level of looking forward to tonight's game versus talking about last night's Lakers-Warriors. It's strange because last night, both NBA games, plus the hockey, was just a great night of watching sports on your television.
Well, I don't know about the hockey because I didn't see any of that, but the basketball games were good. I'm looking forward to that Lakers-Warriors game 2. Because I want to see what kind of changes that the Warriors make. They've got to play Warrior basketball, and they didn't do that last night, and they still almost won the game. And so that's what gives me confidence that they'll be able to come back and do that. Look, tonight's game, this is a huge game for Boston.
Yeah.
And they got to deal with Joel Embiid. Now, obviously, that takes James Harden out of the picture because he's not going to be able to throw up as many shots as he did. But still, that's a huge game for Boston. Obviously, not a must-win.
Oh, it sounds like they're setting it up for a must-win.
Certainly, it is a game that they would like to have, and they would need to. They need to have as they head over to Philly.
That's as close as you're going to get to Joe admitting that it's a must-win.
Not a must-win game,
but it was just kind of like the Knicks yesterday. It wasn't a must-win, but it's
a game they'd like to have.
Well, they would like to have them all, but you don't want to go down 0-2 on the road, and you saw that last night with the Knicks. If I'm a Knicks fan, I'm nervous as hell going to Miami because without Jimmy Butler, you still almost lost to the Miami Heat. You get away with the 111-105 win, but there was nothing convincing about that game from the New York Knicks.
No, it wasn't, although you got to give them credit. I mean, at the end, they kind of stepped on the gas and got it done. But you're right. I mean, Jimmy Butler is playing very well. And you got to figure with that game 3 not until Saturday, he's going to be available for that, you would think, unless that injury is worse than we think. But, they're in trouble. Well, I mean, I think they're in trouble. Don't you?
The Knicks?
Yeah.
I want to see yes. I do think they're in trouble with this series. Confident with the Knicks, but I'm also very curious to see Saturday afternoon what level of Jimmy Butler are you going to get. If I'm a Miami Heat fan, you feel pretty good that without Jimmy Butler, you almost won that game. So whatever you're getting from Jimmy Butler in game 3 Saturday afternoon would be the difference. I mean, you look at the final score of that game. If you get 10, 12 points from Jimmy Butler, how different would that be? You know what I mean? So even if Jimmy can't give you the full allotment of minutes that you would expect from a Jimmy Butler, or his plays at 75% versus 80, you didn't get run off the floor without your best player. So the Miami Heat, even though they lost, probably feel better about their performance last night than the New York Knicks, who won the game.
Here's what you got to look at too, and I think this is key, and I think we overlook it sometimes when star players are out. For example, with Joel Embiid missing game 1, James Harden going off it's a whole different look. I mean, it's a whole different look. It's a look that Boston hasn't seen, right? So, I mean, they've got to figure that out. It's the same thing now with yesterday with the Miami Heat and the Knicks. No Jimmy Butler. So the Knicks have got to figure it out. What difference without Butler are the Miami Heat? And I think that makes a huge difference. And now with Joel Embiid back, at least you're going to see the Philadelphia 76ers team that you were preparing for all along. So, I don't know how much difference is that going to make. We'll find out. But I think it's an overlooked thing that all of us overlook when a star player is out. It's a completely different look for that particular team.
And both sides. And I think for the other team, star players out on this team, you might take them a little bit lightly, even though every athlete will say no, but human nature is certainly going to take over.
I agree with that.
Last night was a fantastic night of basketball. And, as you think about these series in the second round, where we're going, it's still about football. Interesting note today out of the New York Post, there are going to be five additional Monday night games that Joe Buck and Troy Aikman won't do. With that news, Steve Levy officially out of the Monday night crew. Last year,
the second team,
the second team, it was, Levy, you talk about a guy that's been with ESPN forever, and he's done everything, and he's doing a great job right now with the hockey. But his year on the Monday night booth, with Greasy and Riddick and during COVID in empty stadiums. It was awful, but I don't know. I think Levy's a great broadcaster.
Oh, he is.
I enjoy him.
Yeah.
But he's not going to return to Monday Night Football. They've replaced him with Chris Fowler. So Levy's out, Fowler's in for those additional games. But what surprised me, 5. I'm used to the opening Monday night doubleheader, but there are going to be 5 additional Monday night games this year.
That is interesting because double headers. That's going to be very interesting because it's typically that second game is really late, the West Coast game somewhere.
Yeah,
and that's going to be really, really interesting. But hey, the NFL. People are watching, so
and
the
look,
more the merrier.
Next Thursday, May 11th. Is when the NFL schedule comes out. And now because you think about, did they add it just so they get the Jets? Clearly it wasn't just because the Jets are going to be more on primetime. But it is interesting when you think about the teams that are in primetime, that get the Sunday night, that get the Monday night, that get the Thursday night, that there will be 5 additional games. And now it's like, all right, well, next Thursday, you just add a little bit more intrigue.
I can't wait. It's NFL, right? We all wait for the next shoe to drop, and then after that, it's rookie mini camps. So thank God that NFL is year round now. That is awesome.
You've been a broadcaster for a long time, haven't you?
I have, yes.
I have been a broadcaster for a long time.
Yes, you have.
And talking is hard, right?
Sure,
it is.
The
Philadelphia Phillies, they have a broadcaster. Ron Burgundy jokes come to mind. Reading can be difficult sometimes, especially when a player's name is Dick Allen. We will explain as we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio. A owner, a manager, a club leader, and you need your logo on any kind of gear, make sure you get into Sammy's Embroidery and Printing down on San Pedro. You need your logo on a nice polo shirt, maybe a fishing shirt. You need uniforms. Sam has over 700 uniform lines to choose from. You need T-shirts screen printed. Go see Sam. If you need caps, Sam has over 12,000 caps in more than 75 color combinations on display right now in his showroom, just waiting for your logo. Even has the popular Richardson 112 style trucker caps in stock. Sammy's Embroidery and Printing. Nobody has better prices. Sammy has all the big name brands, and he's the only company in Texas with one-day turnaround. No order too small, certainly no order too big. Call 210-824-3900, 824-3900, or better yet, come by his massive showroom on San Pedro, not far from where we are right now at Slackers. He's just over there on San Pedro. It's about a mile inside Loop 410. next to the Big Lots across from McDonald's, or check the website samsembroidery.com for Sammy's Embroidery Club.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Viva La Brawl! Friday, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo at the Techport Arena. R&R in the Morning have your tickets to see San Antonio's own Castaneda brothers, along with the Navarez versus Heinen fight, Destiny Jones versus Brittany Ordonez, and more. Listen to R&R in the Morning at 7:05, 8:05, and 9:05 for your chance to win. Just listen for the fight bell, and you could be on your way to Viva La Brawl. Plus, one lucky winner will get the ultimate upgrade to VIP ringside seats, along with plenty of swag. Presented by Davies Arena and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Buy tickets at daviesentertainment.com.
Boy, you know, the weather has absolutely been crazy, hasn't it, this spring? My goodness, that big hailstorm we had on Friday night, that was nuts. Kind of came out of nowhere. Well, it kind of makes you think about your roof, doesn't it? A little bit, that hail hits it, and you're wondering what kind of damage is going on up there. And then all of a sudden, you got these guys coming in from out of town, knocking on your door, saying, hey, we just want to help you out. Well, look, if your situation is bad, don't make it worse by putting your faith in all of those out-of-town storm chasers. You know, you want to work with a local company, a local roofing company, years of experience. You want to work with a company whose people live in our area and deal with the same weather we do. You want to work with Stevens Roofing. You know, they got a great saying at Stevens Roofing. It's buy local, stay local, trust local with Stevens Roofing. And it's true. You know, the professionals at Stevens Roofing repair and install all kinds of roofs. They do metal roofs. They do commercial projects. And here's the best part. If you've got an insurance claim because of hail damage or anything else, they'll work with your insurance company. Takes it right off your plate. You don't have to deal with it. I love that. Give them a call, 210-785-0994. They'll come out, they'll check for any damage, and they'll give you an honest assessment. You can trust what they have to say. Whether it's a simple leak or a roof replacement, Stevens Roofing is your local roofer, here for you, rain or shine, for years to come. You can get them online at stevensroofing.net. But remember that saying, buy local, stay local, trust local with Stevens Roofing. 210-785-0994.
I switched to Boost Mobile and got a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone. Want to know the best part?
It was free?
Nope.
The fact that it's on America's largest 5G networks?
Nope. It's the ding.
Oh, yeah. Love the ding.
Right? It's all about the ding. It's the dingarooski, the dingaroner, the ring-a-ding-ding.
Unleash your power to save with Boost. Get a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone when you switch. Boost Mobile. Unleash your power.
And the ding.
Limited time offer. New customers only. Available on select networks. 5G not available everywhere. One device per line. Tax excluded. Additional restrictions apply. See your local Boost Mobile store for details.
Finding great people to hire can be like trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Their powerful matching technology delivers so many qualified candidates, it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. For less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hey everyone, Michael Kielbasa here with Kielbasa Smoked Meats. Since 1949, we've made our sausage with real smoke and honest meat to create our uncompromising slow method to craft that famous mouth-watering kielbasa experience. I hope that when you see our product, you pick it up, take it home, and try it. And if it's not the best you've ever tasted, I'll give you your money back, guaranteed. Find Kielbasa Smoked Meats in a store near you today.
October 9th, Freeman Coliseum. With very special guests, Papa Roach and Spirit Box. On sale Friday, May 5th, 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Shinedown live.
Hello, I am Jason Thompson, a lawyer for us. Since 1994, I have helped people injured in car, truck, and motorcycle collisions right here in San Antonio. I don't have a clever nickname. I'm not the law lion, the law gun, the hammer, or some other tool. I'm a practicing attorney. When your life is upended literally by a negligent driver, it can be overwhelming. Dealing with insurance companies is, in my opinion, intentionally complicated and frustrating. Why? The fewer dollars the insurance companies pay, the more they get to keep for themselves. You need an experienced attorney to help you make the best decisions for yourself and your family. And that's what I do. That is who I am. Jason Thompson, a lawyer for us. I'm a phone call away, 210-900-0400. The call and the consultation are free with no obligations. My number again is 210-900-0400, or just remember, alawyerforus.com.
This is Tim Spence, and you're listening to the home of the Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Talk.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix out at Slackers North Star location. Got some fighters from Viva La Brawl out here. Your chance to get over here in the next 45 minutes or so and win some tickets. You know, Joe, a lot of times we are given copy. And you read the copy, the little promotions. And you've always got to be careful, and this isn't a shot at James Pledger, but there's often typos, right? Either words are misspelled or words are missing. But as a broadcaster...
That's a shot at Pledge.
Well, I mean, but you read the copy. Sometimes you read the copy ahead of time, and or sometimes you just, I don't know, you just go with it. Well, you hear that in any game that you're watching,
Sure.
Whether it's us here talking about, Friday, Jason and Joe will be live at the Techport Arena for Viva La Brawl, presented by Davies Entertainment, right?
Yeah,
right?
Sure, right.
You hear guys all the time during a game do that. Well, the Philadelphia Phillies, they've got a bobblehead night coming up. And the bobblehead is from their player, Dick Allen. That's his name.
Right.
Except reading the copy for the Phillies announcer was a bit of a struggle.
Clear space on your shelf and get ready to bring home a legend when the Phils host the Dodgers on Friday, June 9th at 7:05 p.m. And all fans 15 and over receive a Johnson Controls Dick Allen bobble figurine. Order tickets now at Phillies.com.
Let's just say we bleeped the part where he left out certain words in saying the Dick Allen bobblehead.
Right.
He forgot a last name and bobble.
Well, he said his name, and then
he said his first name.
And then followed that up with head.
Yes.
So so you just put the two together, and you know what he said. So that happens, right? I mean, didn't we just hear a girl the other day, last week, talking about Jalen Carter, and he's got a big Johnson?
Yes.
I mean, it was so.
And to another woman who likes to be double-fisted.
Okay.
And then you have Pledger that will just drop in something from a Philadelphia TV reporter.
Exactly.
That's exactly what it is. Now, transitioning from the Dick Allen bobblehead to a city, it's a real city in Newfoundland. And I don't even know how to say this. Well, I know how to say it. I don't know how to say it on the radio.
Well, dude, I mean, it's a real thing. We looked it up and double-checked, I don't know how many times, both of us.
It starts with the D and ends with Doe, Newfoundland.
And it's got an IL in between.
It does. In fact, I mean, their information on the city, they've got a sign that is spelled out DIL, like the Hollywood sign.
Yeah.
A beautiful looking city
gorgeous,
in Newfoundland.
Yeah, gorgeous.
And off the coast.
And the ladies are very happy, apparently.
And off the coast, a professional photographer has, and you can Google this as well, an iceberg shaped like a big penis. All right.
Right.
Exactly. I mean, it's massive, and it's scary how this iceberg is actually shaped. And again, it's from the town of Newfoundland, right?
We can't say that on TV. On radio.
I mean, maybe only on our YouTube channel.
Okay.
But get this: the body of water and where this iceberg is. Conception Bay. You can't make this up.
I mean, you really can't make this up.
You can't make this up.
And this is real, y'all. I mean, it really is. We looked it up. We double-checked, and because we didn't want to come on with a story that was a fake story about just somebody having some fun. This is true.
When you decide, now this town only has about 1,200 people in it. I mean,
they're all very happy.
Well, I mean, sure. How do you tell? Oh, I'm from. But I mean, they've got shirts. They've got interesting sayings for their town.
Well, I think they're very happy in this particular place in Newfoundland.
Yeah. I mean, it's a beautiful looking town.
I mean, we actually learned what that means. Well, what it means here in the United States is one thing, but
I think that's worldwide.
Well, sure, but what they say it means is it's like an anchor that holds the oar.
It's the bottom of a boat,
right? And yeah. So,
but this island is one of 3 islands in Conception Bay. They're very, very proud. It's the Spanish word for bottom of a boat, which is interesting. I'm trying to look up. They have a great town saying, but people are very proud that they're from there. And when you are from there, you're a Delodian.
You're a what? Delodian?
I'm not saying the whole word, right?
A Delodiite? Okay.
I mean,
wow.
I mean, but if you want to see this iceberg, you've got to get there before it melts.
And then you might have to get something else.
I mean, you would think cold water and shrinkage, but
kind of mix this. Dude, what was that guy thinking? Who goes out in the middle of the ocean and shapes an iceberg
I
like
think,
that?
I think it's just natural. I think it's just
natural.
I think it's just an iceberg that is melted away a certain way, and then that's the shape that it came out to. I don't think anybody sculpted that.
Okay. Crazy.
Will you do Sports Center?
I would love to.
This is San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville, and always at ESPNSA.com. San Antonio's Sports Center.
We had some afternoon baseball today, and it wasn't a good day for the Texas teams. In fact, the Texas Rangers got beat by the Arizona Diamondbacks 12-7. The Astros also lost today. They lose to the San Francisco Giants by a score of 4-2. The brother of Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes has been arrested. Jackson Mahomes is charged with 3 counts of aggravated sexual assault, released on a $100,000 bond.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the 3rd time in 7 seasons, the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. We are live out at Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar. It's a Wednesday afternoon at 6:02. Come hang out with us here at Slackers, and you can meet some of the fighters that are going to be in the ring on Friday night at the Tech Port as part of Davies Entertainment. The big brawl coming up on Friday. Viva La Brawl.
Yeah, Viva La Brawl. We've got some tickets to give away, too. In fact, I think 3 pair of tickets to the Viva La Brawl this Friday night at the Tech Port Center. So looking forward to that. So come on out. You got to be here to win. And this is not a phone call. This is not a contest. You got to be here at Slackers North Star to win these tickets.
And apparently Gabe Farias has showed up. He says, enjoying after-work coverage with the fantastic duo at Jason Minix and at Joe Reinagel. Their live broadcast at Slackers. Great show. I haven't even seen it's packed in here. I haven't seen Gabe walk in. But
I don't know where Gabe is.
He's somewhere. Oh, there he is. He's having a drink.
Oh, there he is.
With the drink in his hand. That's exactly. See, that's a man that walks in, doesn't say hi, goes straight to the bar.
Little stealth, right?
Priorities. That's what he's all about.
Well, exactly. And that's why I like Gabe.
And very excited about our last story. So is Greg Shelton.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
He can't stand up right now.
He was actually but it looks nothing like the ice sculpture. Not even close.
Some things he put on a tee, much bigger.
It's like a gherkin.
Wow. Wow. That was sweet.
Well, they usually are, right? I don't know what y'all thinking I'm talking about. I'm talking about pickles.
Uh-huh.
We get to suck on that all week.
Exactly. Jerry knows what I'm talking about.
Let's just get to the headline blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. Two guys, two opinions, never enough time.
You know, Tom Brady can do whatever the hell Tom Brady wants to do.
I guess so.
Tom Brady signed last year a 10-year contract with Fox worth almost $400 million. There are reports now that he may never join the Fox broadcast booth. He might quit before he gets started. He might punch that $375 million deal from Fox before it gets going.
Well, and that's according to an NFL insider. This article, that's all they're saying. So I'm not sure how that NFL insider would know that. But the fact that Tom Brady would walk away from $375. Look, I don't care how much you have in the bank. $375 million is $375 million. So according to this guy, Brady, the percentages are 49-51. So in other words, 49 that he's still going to work at Fox, 51 against.
The idea, when you think about what it actually takes to be an NFL broadcaster and the commitment that you have to make to do that job. And look, everybody talks about how great it would be, but you get to a city for a Sunday game, either Thursday or Friday. You go to some practices, you got meetings all day Saturday with both teams, and then you do the game on Sunday. And it is a grind when you are doing that. You know, you're on an airplane a lot, you're traveling a lot. And we talked about this when he signed that deal. I mean, you know, some guys try it and they're very good at it, like a Tony Romo, a Troy Aikman.
Right.
Some guys suck at it, like a Jason Witten.
Yes.
Right. But a lot of it is the time commitment to being able to do it. I think one of the reasons why Peyton Manning has never done it is because of that time commitment. You know, for a while it was, well, he didn't want to do it while his brother was playing because he never wanted to criticize his brother.
Right.
And clearly now that Eli's out of it, you know, even the Monday Night Manning cast, they don't do every week because they don't want to work that much. They're doing other things that make money, other things that are fun. They don't want to commit after going through their professional careers with that commitment. You get to retirement, you don't want to work as hard.
Well, and that's the story as you read on that the story that we're referring to with Tom Brady is that his options that he has right now, the options of doing stuff other than playing football are limitless. I mean, obviously, as you would imagine, this guy's getting offer after offer after offer from whatever he may be. So he's got a lot of options. So we'll see what happens. But I mean, still, $375 million is tough to walk away from, no matter how much money you already have.
Well, and again, I mean, you figure Gisele's getting half of that anyway, and maybe it's more of a middle finger to Gisele. You're not getting any of this.
They're going to get back together.
Well, I mean, but he signed that deal while they were together, so she might have access to that.
That's true.
I mean, you know, maybe he quits this contract and signs one for $376 million after the.
Although Brady's going to get half of what she's got.
Yeah, it depends.
So I mean, she makes more money than Brady does.
Yeah, I don't know. It always seems like the guy, no matter. Right.
I don't know. Not in this case.
You know. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we know they
Who's
both
got the better lawyer?
Well, they both can afford. You know, the damn lawyers are the only ones that are going to make any money.
Exactly right
on this deal.
Exactly right.
The New Jersey Devils about to start their second round matchup with the Carolina Hurricanes. So if I'm a little distracted here in the next few minutes, it's because hockey is coming on. Not that we're going to talk hockey here, but
let me tell you what would distract you.
All right, what would distract
You're on
me?
an airplane, and custom officials find 22 snakes in a passenger's baggage.
Say that again?
Yeah, 22 snakes.
There was a movie about that, wasn't there?
There was Snakes on a Plane.
Yeah.
Great, funny movie. Not funny, but it was a good movie.
Yeah.
Samuel L. doing a little snakes on a plane. That was good. But this is for real. It says custom officials discover 22 snakes in the airline passenger's baggage. Now, she was arriving in India, according to this.
Oh, well, snakes
attempting to smuggle these snakes. She's a smuggler of snakes.
A snake smuggler?
A snake smuggler.
When I see the photos of these snakes, did they find them before the plane took off?
Dude, I don't know.
Because if the pilot would have found these while in the air, that plane might not have survived. I mean, you talk about jumping out of a perfectly good airplane. 22 snakes on the plane. I think I'm jumping.
Well, you saw snakes on a plane, didn't you? I mean, my gosh, they were biting everybody all over the place.
You know, actually, I haven't seen that movie.
You're kidding.
No, there's snakes on a plane.
Dude,
I want nothing to do with that kind of a movie. I'm sure I saw it years ago, but I don't remember anything about it. No, nor would I watch it again.
You need to watch it.
I am not.
I don't think you ever saw it.
Yeah. Big issue over there in India, apparently, with snakes on a plane or snake smuggling. I'm glad they found them.
Yeah, well, me too.
I'm glad
And
glad
who are
I
you
wasn't on that.
smuggling these snakes to?
Well, I mean, look, there's black market for everything.
For snakes?
Sure.
All right.
I mean, clearly,
I guess.
You know, so somebody wanted them. I mean, you know, and no offense to you snake people out there, but there are snake people out there.
There are.
You know, my brother is one of them. My brother loves snakes.
Really?
Yeah, he's an idiot. But my brother, true story, when he was in the Army and stationed in Fort Irwin, California, he had this python. I forget the damn thing's name.
Yeah.
But he had this python. And it was, I don't know, 6-8 feet long. It was big, right? Well, he was in the Army, drove Bradley tanks, and they went to the field. And so he left the snake in the bathtub. Because he thought he lived in I think it was on the 3rd floor apartment. But, you go to the field for a couple days, no big deal. You could leave it in the bathtub so it wasn't in the cage the whole time. And close the bathroom door so it wouldn't get out. Well, this snake apparently crawled up like on the wall and over the faucets, somehow turned the water on, but the rest of them was in the bottom of the tub, and he flooded the entire apartment building.
And got out of the tub.
Well, the snake ended up at the San Diego Zoo is where they took it. Because when they were trying to figure out where all the water was coming from, because all the apartments below, there's water, and they break in, and they find a snake. Animal control is called, and he was mad that they took a snake, and they wouldn't give it back. Oh, hey, Jeff, you're an idiot.
I don't know your brother, but he's an idiot.
I mean,
no offense.
No, he's an idiot. Trust me.
Well, we all have brothers like that.
Well, and again, I think about, I know people that have snakes that they're not supposed to have.
Right.
You see those on the news. They're so yeah, there are. I mean, every year at the Hunters Extravaganza, as much as I hate the snakes, I always have to go see the idiot at the rattlesnake pit that, the guys walking around with the boots and, they blow up those black balloons that piss off the rattlesnake so it bites so you can see how fast the strike is. That's and again, I never want to be that close to snakes, but, they are kind of fascinating when you don't run into them in the wild.
They and I know other cities do it, but I only know this because it was close to Alice, Texas growing up. Freer, there's a little town called Freer.
Yeah.
And they have a rattlesnake roundup every year. And you go down there, and I mean, it's like a carnival, right? They catch all these rattlesnakes because it depletes the population. Because snakes hatch. I don't know, but anyway, they get them and they fry them up, and they got guys like you're talking about that piss off the snakes with the balloons. And I went once and didn't really want to go back again.
No, but every year, at the Hunters Extravaganza, I go see that guy, and and you see him, his fingers are all gnarly from all the times he's been bit. And yeah, I
got to tell you this.
Here we go.
So where I lived in Alice, on the end of the street, there was a dude by the name of Dr. Albert. We called him, we never saw him. He lived by himself, and he was, I guess, a smart dude, but he was he even owned the lot next to his house, and he wouldn't let anybody build a house there because he didn't want anybody next to him.
Yeah, well,
so we'd always go in that lot, right? And horse around. But apparently, as the story goes, he would let a rattlesnake bite him and did this several times so he'd be immune to it.
All right.
That was the legend of Dr. Albert.
Well, what kind of doctor was he?
I don't know. A witch doctor, maybe?
I mean,
I don't know, but he was like the scary guy. And it's like, hey, let's go over to Dr. Albert's house and see if we can look inside. But it was one of those taboo things when you're a kid.
I don't know if that's I mean, I know it was a story where you growing up. Is that true? If you get bit enough, you become immune?
I don't know. I don't want to find out.
Well, no, I'm not getting bit once. I've got very few goals in life. Not really true, but one of my goals in life is never to get bit by a snake.
That's not on the bucket list, huh?
No, I don't want to know what that feels like.
No, I don't really either.
No, I don't want to hold the snake. The only time I have ever said the F word on a live microphone,
as in Frank?
Yes. It was 5th and 6th graders at a middle school in New Braunfels. And we're doing career day and all this kind of stuff. And I think it might have been whatever tax testing was called back then. And, one of those big assemblies, and they have all kinds of stuff. And I'm emceeing this thing. And the wonderful gentleman from the snake farm was there with their python that's, 100 feet long or whatever it is. And I wanted nothing to do with it. And I told him, man, keep that thing away from me. I mean, we're on stage. That snake is over there, and I'm good. Well, at some point, while I'm walking around with the microphone talking and doing whatever, this guy put this snake on my shoulders.
He thought it was funny.
He thought it was funny. And those kids thought it was funny with all the F words that were coming out of my mouth on stage.
Stay classy, Dallas.
Yeah, I was mortified. I was mortified.
There's got to be video of that somewhere we can find.
Thank God that it was, pre-cell phone videos with all those 6th graders.
That's hilarious.
I was never asked back to do that.
I bet not.
Yeah.
Mommy, guess what I learned today?
Oh, Ray Wiley Hubbard then wrote a song about it. The Snake Farm.
Oh, my goodness.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. We'll get you ready for tonight's NBA action as we continue here from Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar, the North Star location on Rector right behind North Star Mall. Injuries do happen, and when they do, you can skip the ER and get straight to an Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains, conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday. They have on-site x-ray, casting, and bracing. Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, but best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. So if you're injured, get to an Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. They're online at tsaog.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Viva La Brawl! Friday, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo at the Techport Arena. R&R in the Morning have your tickets to see San Antonio's own Castaneda brothers, along with the Navarez versus Heinen fight, Destiny Jones versus Brittany Ordonez, and more. Listen to R&R in the Morning at 7:05, 8:05, and 9:05 for your chance to win. Just listen for the fight bell, and you could be on your way to Viva La Brawl. Plus, one lucky winner will get the ultimate upgrade to VIP ringside seats, along with plenty of swag. Presented by Davies Arena and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Buy tickets at daviesentertainment.com.
Moments like hearing my cat purr good morning mean a lot to me. But cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib. Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding.
Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
O'Reilly. Does your vehicle have over 75,000 miles? Get maximum high mileage engine protection with new Syntec Full Synthetic High Mileage Motor Oil exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Right now, get 5 quarts of Syntec High Mileage and a MicroGuard Select Oil Filter for just $34.99. Limit supply. Ask for Syntec High Mileage at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Guys, fellas, men, do you want a better sex life? Roman has genuine medication and helps you achieve and maintain what you need to perform. Roman has discreet wipes that help you last 4 times longer in bed. Roman has testosterone testing and treatment. Treating low testosterone can help revive your sex drive. So men, what are you waiting for? For a better sex life, go to ro.co/bettersex. Do it today and get 20% off. That's ro.co/bettersex.
If you own a small to medium-sized business that kept employees on payroll through COVID, you may have a big cash refund waiting for you. The Employee Retention Credit is a tax credit of up to $26,000 per employee. And now, more businesses than ever qualify. The experts at RefundsPro.com specialize in cutting through the red tape of qualifying for this government program. Most of their refunds are over $100,000. Even businesses that have received PPP funds may be eligible. And there are absolutely no fees unless you receive a refund. So there's no reason not to apply. If your business experienced shutdowns, limited capacity, supply chain challenges, or reduced revenue due to COVID, you likely qualify. RefundsPro.com has already helped hundreds of businesses. So don't lose the refund you're owed by missing the deadline. Get started today with a free 5-minute questionnaire at RefundsPro.com. That's refunds with an S, pro.com.
Guys, stop what you're doing. Give me a few seconds of your time and let me give you a piece of advice that will change your love life forever. Have you noticed you've been losing a little pep in your step? Has your lady friend asked you, is everything okay? Do you find yourself having trouble rising for the occasion? Do you stress out before that special moment and wonder, is it gonna work? Guys, I'm going to let you in on a big secret. You don't ever have to worry again. The Mojo Male Enhancement Formula has you covered. Mojo is the 100% guaranteed male enhancement formula that guarantees lasting success, if you know what I mean. The Mojo Male Enhancement Formula is safe, natural, and effective every single time, guaranteed. Mojo is available in a fast-acting spray and a quick-action capsule. Do yourself and her a favor and call Pure Line Nutrition in San Antonio today. They'll get you set up for success. Call 210-494-2210. That number again is 210-494-2210. Mojo Male Enhancement, only available at Pure Line Nutrition.
I was in a terrible accident with a commercial vehicle. I had to have surgery on my back. My life was turned upside down and I was completely screwed. Then I called the Force, the Davis law firm. Jeff personally handled my case. After expenses and attorney fees, I received $397,988. It's really true. Jeff was here for me.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you were injured by a car or large truck, call me at my San Antonio office at 444-4444. That's 444-4444. There's only one number to remember, and that's 4.
Tomorrow on R&R in the morning, we break down what we saw from Boston and the 76ers, and we get you ready for Game 2 between the Lakers and the Warriors. And just like every day ending in Y, we'll talk some NFL. Now back to the Blitz. Jason, stop reverse searing. You're wasting good time, my brother.
Talk about a man who doesn't know how to make a steak, Rudy J. Has no
Apparently
clue.
not.
None.
Because I've even got the reverse searing thing. I think is a good thing.
You know, the only thing, because Rudy J is with us out here at Slackers, he's Joe Rane. Doesn't know what a sear is versus a reverse sear. Every time that guy turns on his trigger, he sets the thing on fire and calls me. FaceTiming. Oh my God, what do I do? Unplug it, man.
That's it.
But he was saying that with Rob. Well, so if you, because the sear part doesn't take that long.
No.
But you smoke it for so long. And he was saying Rob was the one that was telling him about that. Apparently Rob likes to cook his steak hot and fast and quicker as opposed to taking a 45 minutes to an hour for a nice steak on the smoker. I will take the time to do the steak and then reverse sear it. and take an hour to cook it because it's so much better.
Oh, I love the smoke deal with the whole Traeger thing. I mean, it adds so much flavor. And searing it is not. I mean, it's really easy to do. It's not a problem. Look, I reverse seared that tri-tip that I did, and it turned out great. It was fantastic. It just depends on how you don't have to do it.
No, but
it just depends on if you like your outside of your steak a little crusty.
Well, you want that good crust on it.
Yeah.
And that's the one downside to a pellet smoker is no flame ever touches your meat.
Right.
So yeah, I like doing the sear on it. Plus, it helps suck all the juices back in there, and the patience, which I know Rob Thompson doesn't have. Let that meat rest for 10 or 15 minutes before you cut into it.
It's hard, man. That with a good steak, it looks so good. It's hard. That 10, 15 minutes is tough.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough to wait.
Yep.
But it's worth it.
It is definitely worth it. The XFL championship game will be in San Antonio next week. And the XFL is tweeting out all kinds of info right now about all kinds of players that were in that league that have been invited to NFL camps, including Ben DiNucci, who was with the Cowboys, had one of the worst starts in NFL history. He's been invited to Broncos camp. A lot of other players. The one that does surprise me, Jack Cohn, who was the quarterback for San Antonio. That dude sucked. Yet somehow he got invited to both the Seahawks and the Jets camps, which, apparently they need a training camp arm for next week. But I hope they're just practicing 3-yard short passes. Jack was not very good in San Antonio.
But, you got to like that. That's what the XFL and the USFL are for. I mean, you give these guys an extra chance. If they didn't make an NFL squad, they played there for you. And maybe impress a scout or two to get that invite and that opportunity to make an NFL squad. I think it's great, and that's what it's intended to do. Well, at least for those guys, that's what it did.
They'll get that opportunity. We've got basketball tonight. Joel Embiid is back for Philadelphia after last night picking up the MVP award.
It means everything. Obviously, to be able to even qualify and be in this type of conversations, you got to be able to win. And I've always said it, you can't win by yourself. You need everybody, all of them. I've needed them all year, and I'm going to continue to need them. Like I said, they've sacrificed a lot, for me and, for the team. You look at someone like James, you look at the performance he had last night. I'm sure he could do it every night, but, he understands, sometimes he has a different role and he's giving up a lot, to Boz, Tyrese, PJ, I can go on and on and on about, all these guys and, what they've given up. But like I said, I couldn't have done it without them. It's a team effort.
It is, although he is the MVP after a couple of years in a row of finishing second. He gets the trophy this year.
Hey, look, it's hard to argue with that. I know Rob and Rudy this morning were talking about it should be, I think Rudy said it should be a season long, right? Wait till after or Rob said that, I think. And Rudy was saying, look, why not give the award immediately after the season? And I kind of agree with that. Get it done. Why prolong it? We're already in the second round of the playoffs.
Well, and that's a big, like, say if Giannis would have won it this year, he's already done. And it is a regular season award. They do extend it out for obvious reasons, but I'm with you. Season's over. Even before the end of the regular season, you could probably announce a winner of, say, an MVP, scoring titles, things like that. You've got to get every game in. But I'm with you. It's weird that the guy's been hurt, although he is back tonight. But is he going to play at an MVP-like level? Because, with Philadelphia having that 1-0 series lead, while it is game 2, if you're Boston, you got to get this one tonight at home.
Well, you'd like to have it, right? I mean,
of course, you son of a.
It's not a must-win, and the Rangers just scored.
No, Carolina scored. The Rangers were eliminated last week.
Oh, that's right. So that's Carolina.
Yeah, the Hurricanes.
Well, maybe the Rangers scored. You never know. I mean.
Yeah, no, it's actually Carolina. We do know.
Carolina.
We can see the team. They have the Carolina Hurricanes.
Okay, that's great. Well, Carolina just scored.
Son of a.
They've got a 1-0 lead over your New Jersey Devils.
Yeah, they do.
They look like the Rangers.
They actually don't. The Rangers wear blue.
Oh, I'm so happy the NBA's on tonight.
You call yourself a well-rounded sports guy.
Well, well-rounded with a ball that's round. How about that? And one that's oblong.
You don't want a rubber puck?
No, not necessarily. This is, look,
puck off, man.
dude. You're gonna have to sit down with me, and we're gonna have to watch a game, and you're gonna have to tell me what the hell is going on because I have no clue.
Well,
I mean, what the hell? I just see a bunch of ants running around.
Johnson controls.
So I don't have a clue. I mean, it looks like they're having fun. Jeez, I don't know.
So you want to learn?
Well, not really. I was just saying that. Make you feel better.
You're not making me feel better.
Yeah, I mean,
We're down 1-0 already.
Yeah, well,
it's a long game to go. 9:40.
Guess what? You can have a beer in about 30 seconds.
I'm gonna have a beer in about 15 seconds. 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
I feel like a countdown is on that I can just go start watching hockey. Rob and Rudy get you going tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. We're back tomorrow at 3.
It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe. Follow Jason at Jason Minutes and Joe Reinagle at Joe Reinagle.